Okay, guys, so we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly patron today, because today we are going to carry on with our war story in our ongoing Rogue Trader campaign. This war story is featuring yet another member of the Aquare household that, or the dynasty that stars in our Rogue Trader campaign. This time, we are going to be visiting on Octavia Aquare and her retinue, and rather than Rogue Trader or Wrath and Glory, we are now using Imperium Maledictum to tell this particular war story. So this is our third Warhammer 40K game that we've played in this campaign so far. I know James is literally on the edge of his seat for our Death Watch crossover, so I'm sure that'll come as well. We are playing an adventure called Lonely is the Hunter, and allow me to introduce you to the stars of the Imperium Maledictum war story. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight? First up, we've got James.
Hi, I'm James. I'm Octavia Aquare, a quiet and introspective member of the Aquare family. I'm joking. She is full of it.
I'd say those things all being relative in the Aquare family. So. And last, but certainly not least, is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I am playing Noros, Trooper Noros, I should say, who is a loyal gun for hire working for the Aquare family.
Very nice. So last time, guys, we introduced our current heroes to our last War Stories heroes, and our current heroes were tasked with a job or an errand. Let's bring us over to Footfall. What do you guys recall about last session on Footfall? I do have a handy little visual aid there too.
Well, we know about the attack on the monastery.
Yep, Hephaestion's Rest.
Hephaestion's Rest. And so we were tasked with trying to find what foothold they have here in Footfall, and try and get some advanced information or wipe them out if possible, because we do not want the Empire involved in this little bit of trouble.
Yeah, if the concern is that if word of a gene stealer infestation reaches, then at the least there may be members of the Ordos Xenos who are arriving, the Inquisition, or one of the branches of the Inquisition at least, and they may bring their heavy allies, which is the Space Marine members of the Death Watch. It's not a chapter, is it? It's an order, I think.
Yeah,
it's an order.
And we don't want those guys here if possible.
That could ruin
bad
our
for business.
entire afternoon.
Yeah. That's our backup plan. When we're breaking out Death Watch, that means things have gone exceptionally wrong in the Coronis Expanse. So what do you remember anything about the nature of the threat?
So we assume that a gene stealer cult leader's here, and already we started increasing his flock, so we need to hunt it down and exterminate it.
Okay, then you that was the task, and then you also made a new friend. And what do you recall about your newfound ally? Or
why don't you tell us, Octavia? You met with her. I had Overwatch on that whole time.
Oh, yeah,
you
indeed.
guys went inside and met with her.
So, we went in. She's obviously a prestigious, or a very influential woman down in the rough areas. And we hit off a good rapport with her. And
the Lord Captain Jerry Blitz.
We had we were getting pursued by someone, and that's why Noros was outside, and she
Right.
gave us the heads up on who that was. So she is one of the Astral Knives.
Yeah.
And she also gave us tips as to where we might find the Gene Stealer cult. Gave us some pointers as to where to go look.
I think she also.
I think that was the main thing, right?
Yeah, well, and she offered to provide an introduction as well.
Oh yes, yep. She looked to give us an in with the local crime syndicate.
Yeah,
Effectively
Vladeum
with-
Tokara, who is the liege of the Kazbalika.
And we thought we were trying to avoid getting indebted to these guys, initially at any rate. So we thought we'd go out and try and figure it out ourselves.
Okay.
So we had a
Right.
quick word with the Astral Knife, who appeared to have done something to assist that blowhard cousin of mine.
Sean's visiting with his mom this weekend, but I imagine his ears are burning right now.
By offing someone,
Yes.
but then seemed to have discharged her duty at that point, because she then headed off without further incident. And we headed off to the Void Dock Alpha Row.
Do you remember anything further about the Astral Knives?
Just that they kill people to bring luck to the people they're trying to help, or like space luck to the people they're
Yeah, it's
saving.
they murder people in order to appease the warp so that people have safe trips. That's what they believe. They
Right.
are heretics who have come from the Calixus sector through the Maw and into the Coronis Expanse, residing on Footfall, where there is an abundance of offerings available to keep things safe in the warp. And it appears that at least one of the members of the Astral Knives has taken an interest in your Lord Captain of the dynasty.
Yes. And so they had obviously off someone to save the captain in their warp troubles.
Yeah, that was one other thing that we were talking about, is because we knew how long that it was going to take or your characters knew how long it was going to take before the captain got back, but Haderach Fell would be back sooner. It seems as if there was an altercation between Haderach Fell and Lord Captain Quinili Aquare while they were out looking for that Ancestor's ship. And Fell will be back before Captain Quinili Aquare, and it seems like the Fell dynasty is not a big fan of you guys right now, so you've also sort of been looking for allies to shore up protection until such time as the Lord Captain returns with the Mortis Probati.
Yeah.
Anything else you remember from last time? I'm just looking at I think you also
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I remember that the rogue trader that you met with won her title in a gambling game.
Yep, from a Sector Lord.
And
She actually won her warrant of trade. It's even more impressive. Anybody can, with a sufficient means, can actually own a ship. What a warrant of trade allows you to do is to do the actual rogue trading that
Right.
You guys are into. So,
yeah, that's what I remember. And so that was a very impressive feat that she had pulled off.
most definitely.
But also that means she's new to the world of elites, or whatever you want to call the rogue traders, and so she's looking for friends, I think, which is part of the reason that she's willing to sort of buddy up with the Aquare family.
Yeah, and I believe she did find a buddy in the form of what's his name?
Oh, the guy I played.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I have his name written down because I knew I'd forget it. Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Ignatius
They're all
Aquare.
crazy names.
Yeah. Anything else you guys recall? I know you started taking action at Void Dock Alpha Row near the end of last session. What do you recall about that? You know, the real shame is one of the things that really played into the search for the docks was that it was setting up Sean's opportunity to finally use his psychic powers for the first time. And he's not able to make it for the next 2 sessions.
Yeah. Yeah, we found someone that we believe could be connected to the cult. He used his psychic powers, I think, to find them.
Yeah.
And then we were sort of following them and all converging on this location where they were.
Yeah, he's playing Icarus.
He was very creepy and I don't know, off-putting last session to the people in the bar.
Yeah, Psychers, you know, not everyone can be as composed as what what was her name? I thought I wrote down both characters' names. Let's see here.
The one that James was playing?
Yeah, the one that it's not Sasura, but it's something like that. Disura.
Right.
Yeah, the okay, so where we left, I think, is where we'll pick up once again, as you guys had Victor had spotted the this half-breed and was, here we go, Victor is here in token, if not in form. And I think what we'll say is Victor has been overwhelmed by some kind of psychic thing, just so that we have an excuse for why you guys aren't making use of what is going to be an obvious advantage in this situation. So maybe what happens is he sort of wobbles back and collapses. Were we in initiative? Look at that, guys. We do appear to have been in initiative. And as a reminder, I actually don't remember how initiative works in this. Here we go.
Yeah, we were in the process of like closing range, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing we talked about before we started our stream was your superiority, that you guys would have 2 points of superiority right now. The character or creature with the highest initiative acts first. You guys each have 2 or initiative of 6. Yeah, yeah. You guys both have initiative of 6, so you see that he wobbles back. Tiebreakers. Are the reflexes skill, and I'm assuming that's what we looked up last time to get ourselves into this present order. So
yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Then, it is. Sorry, I'm justifying my second copy. Yeah, by having the adversary book open. As a reminder, this game has different qualities of adversaries as well. They have troops and elites and leaders in it. Troops do not suffer critical hits. When you suffer a critical hit, they are immediately defeated. And elites have 1, and leaders have the full allowance. So, Noros, you were up first. I think you were at medium range from this guy right now. we talked before about what you have on you, and I think you can see that Victor has wobbled and fallen back.
Yeah, I need to close range here.
Okay. So
Noros, the rest of the team have skived off.
yeah, you're gonna have to have what do you call it? A disciplinary hearing with your explorator, because he's nowhere to be seen. I hear he bought a new hab unit, and that's what he's celebrating. So closing would cost a move. And each round you can your move is normal, so you can close one zone for free, and then you can take an action.
So am I only one zone away? Is that correct?
You are at medium range, which means you are 2 zones away, I believe.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then I'll use short is in the same zone, and engage is engaged with a person. Yeah, okay, so then I'll use my combat action to close another zone here.
So medium would be to short. Short is in the same zone, I believe.
Oh, is it?
Hold on, where's range?
I mean, that's important because there is a action called charge.
Oh, here we go. Short range. Well, yeah, short range is within the same zone, up to 10 meters. Immediate is within arm range. And medium is one zone away.
Yeah, so I need to... Oh, so I can close to the same zone, and then next round I can charge, let's say, to like move in on them, because I can make a melee attack. Like I could try and stab them with my knife.
I think moving from
next round, I'm saying,
like engaging with someone is is part of using an attack, I believe.
Oh, so I'm saying I could charge this turn and get there.
Yeah, I don't think that. Let's see here. I thought I remember reading that engaging doesn't cost you an action. It just imposes a condition on both of you then. Let's take a look here. Repositioning within your current zone isn't usually considered a move, which would include moving, because short range means you're in the same zone. Becoming engaged is just imposing a condition within the same zone. So you don't need to spend a move in order to get there. You could move in and then engage this person in...
Well, there's one called charge. Use your move and action to move into an adjacent zone and make a melee attack against an enemy in that zone with advantage, and then you have disadvantage on melee and reflexes tests to defend yourself until your next turn.
Yeah, if you want to do that, absolutely.
Well, I just saw my ally go down. I don't really know what happened, and I mean...
Yeah,
I have this knife that I brought with me to sort of like, stab someone.
Yep.
And try not to raise an alarm. If I fire my stub pistol,
what do they say? So that if you have a knife, every problem looks like a stabbing.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily. My stub pistol, even though it's smaller, is still loud and would draw attention, and so.
Okay. No, and this is subtle as well. So.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking that, like,
very
it's
cool.
Not often you hear that stabbing someone is subtle.
Yeah,
it's all comparison, right? Just like the Aquare family, it's all in degrees. So it is an opposed test with either melee or reflexes dodge. So I think with the guy dropping down, you can picture he's not exposed like that. He's got some kind of big, hood on to conceal his obviously Xenos features. Yeah. He turns around and looks in Victor's direction. So then Noros, if you want to charge in, go right ahead. So you race in.
Okay, so I charge in?
Yeah.
It says I have advantage. Is that like one of the pop-ups when you roll?
No. I think it might advantage, and it'll give you an advantage plus.
Oh, it says advantage. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
so
what that'll do?
Use one.
Yeah,
advantage.
you just take the better of the. It'll flip it so it's the best result possible for you.
And did you say we have superiority 2?
You have superiority 2 if you want to put it on this roll.
Yeah, I do want to put it on this roll.
Okay.
But you can do it after, right?
Superiority. I don't remember.
Skill modifier target.
Let's see here.
Dice roll.
Superiority.
Reversed. Oh, right. If you have advantage, you can reverse the roll.
You can use it to gain an advantage. This bonus equals to your superiority. Doesn't it expressly say, at least in the paragraph?
All right, so you just said you need to declare it before.
Yeah,
That's
you
fine.
need to declare that beforehand.
Okay, so it didn't show it anyway, even though like it.
So dice roll is
a 35.
Oh, you know what it's done is
advantage gives you the reverse as well.
Yeah, I think we saw it last time. What it did is it added 20 to your skill. Because I think I thought someone else had rolled it with it too. Because you see, you got your plus 20 there.
Oh, which is not what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the same though. Yeah,
it works out exactly the same. It's just the sheet's doing the math wrong.
Right.
Well, no, because what it's saying is it doesn't reverse it. It gives you both, and then underneath it says it says either 2 and discarding the 0. So it's discarding the 53.
Oh yeah. No, I think we're talking about two different things.
The superiority gave me the plus 20.
Correct. Yeah,
which is the same as giving you 2 levels of success.
Exactly. So then, all right. So you race forward and stab with 6. One thing I do really love about this is there's no toughness bonus in this game. Just found that to be a bit of a pain in the butt with some of the other ones. I get that it's always been part of the Warhammer games, but it's a.
Are we using hit location? Or not?
For this guy, probably won't matter, but we will for critical hits. We'll definitely use that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just getting his.
I mean, like the flavor of it's not bad because it's like, I'm trying to stop him possibly from running off. So
absolutely, yeah. So okay, so you stab him, and here we go. That is 4 points of damage in the leg. He does manage to. Oh, sorry, I was going to roll. It's actually contested, but I failed. And I failed by. I failed by 10, so you actually did 1 more point of damage.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so then you race forward and stab him in the leg, and he turns to you, and he is shocked to see he seemed to have his attention focused elsewhere. Octavia, what would you like to do? You see Noros race forward.
Yeah, I'll run forward, so I guess I want to get in close. I'm not going to shoot or anything at this point, but I'll free my las pistol. Yeah.
Okay. Then on his turn, so he is going to. Let's see if there's anything of interest he can do. He's not going to retreat. He is going to try and shove you,
nice.
Noros. So this will be athletics might by your athletics might or dodge reflexes. Yeah. So your reflexes, I think, is the skill. Yeah, reflexes. So go ahead and roll your.
I can use reflexes or athletics.
Yeah, whichever you prefer.
Right, it's like whether I'm trying to keep myself there or like move away. Yeah,
exactly. And
I'm kind of trying to hold on to him.
Yeah.
Got my hand on his wrist, kind of thing,
Yeah, and
okay. No difficulty because it's contested.
Yeah, and I'm rolling. Okay. I failed by 1, actually. But yours is at disadvantage because you charged.
Oh, is everything at disadvantage?
Oh, no, not on athletics. You have a disadvantage on melee and reflex tests to defend yourself. So.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Okay, so I succeeded.
Nice. All right, so then because he tried to shove you and failed. Oh, no penalty for failure, but he tries to shove you, and you're far too big and too tough. Noros, your turn once again. What are you doing?
I kind of want to incapacitate him without killing him, if possible.
Okay. So that's a good point. Hold on, when you
like just stabbing him, is it going to result in him?
You're exceeding wounds. When you exceed wounds, we normally get a hit location. I thought there was something about defeating a target.
Like basically, I would stab him again, but I want to be very cautious to not kill him. Essentially, I really don't want to kill him.
If you get over. I thought it was something to do with whether it's a lethal weapon or not. Here we go. The rules assume you're doing everything in your power to do grievous blows to your targets. However, in some cases, you may want to subdue rather than kill your opponent. If this is the case, you must make an attack. You can declare... before you make an attack, you can declare you're holding your blow. This is on page 215. The attack deals damage as normal, but does not generate a critical hit, even if a critical hit is rolled.
Oh, okay.
If they reach their maximum wounds, they do not suffer any further wounds. However, they must make a challenging fortitude pain test or become unconscious. Note that it is not possible to pull your blows with many weapons. So in this case, I'd just say you're using the blunt side of your knife to try and
right.
Because we all know, brain injuries, there are things you bounce back from easily. So
right, yeah. Well, or you're stabbing them in a non-lethal, you're not trying to stab them in the chest or the head. You're trying to stab, if I already...
I'm gonna set this thing to stun, and then
well,
that's but we get it. So you
he's not trying to kill him, is what he's trying to. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So,
all right. So then are you just making a melee attack again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have advantage this time. I'm going to use my superiority again, though.
You got it. Okay. I failed by 3 this time. Oh. Okay.
Wow.
So, let me see what happens here.
That's an amazingly bad roll.
It is a contested roll, but I don't remember whether you take damage or not in this one. And what this is going to mean is that when I go to run Warhammer Fantasy tomorrow morning, I'm going to completely fuck up every single roll. Because that's what I did 2 weekends ago. They're like, no, Kev, that's not how that works. Like, oh, right, sorry. All right, so it's a contested melee attack. If you win, you deal damage equal to your success level. The defender does not deal critical damage if they win unless they score a critical. And
I see.
Yeah, I love the call-outs on the side. Like, I know that Monty Cook Games does that a ton, but there's little pinpoint references for there's stuff in bold, and they'll have a cross-reference for where to find information about criticals. Really like that.
Yeah, nice.
Doubles on a successful, so it's just like in fantasy. All right, so you unfortunately try and get in, and he manages to keep you off. Octavia, Noros is exchanging blows with this Xenos scum. What are you doing?
Now, is there a 2-2-2-2? I will draw my have my last pistol fully out.
Okay.
But then I'm going to.
There we go. Dual wield.
Oh, no, let me.
Love it.
No, I'm just
Pistolero.
trying to. The But yeah, I'm just going to get close enough because I'm going to interrupt the guy in a little bit.
Okay.
Now, if am I going to have a problem shooting into melee here?
Good question. I think you might shoot with disadvantage, and on a crit. Let's see here. Range attacks. Let's see. There's fumbles, 2-weapon fighting, outnumbering. Oh, I thought it's disengage. You might not. Oh, the ranges of your weapons are not ultimate ranges, by the by. You just suffer disadvantage if it's beyond your weapon's range.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see here. I don't see anything here necessary about that, and it doesn't. It's unaware targets. Yeah, let's see here.
It's one of those things I liked about some of the 2d20 ones, that you got your range of your weapon and then you've got a -1 for every range outside that. So it's even shorter, so you don't have this whole short range thing because it's sort of really built in.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see anything in the ranged combat section for that.
Oh dear, what a pity, never mind.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think the fumble... Huh. Yeah, fumbles, I think, are definitely where you could hit a target that's in there.
That would make sense.
But otherwise, no. I mean, you're free to fire at him, I think.
Then let's give that one a go.
Hell yes. Now, hold on. I want to check how many reactions you can take in a round, because I think you only get one. Which means this guy's already used his fighting up Noros.
It would make sense that there's some kind of limit on it.
Unless a talent or item or gear specifies otherwise, you may only take one reaction until the beginning of your next turn.
Nice.
So there we go. All right.
Dodged my knife just to get shot in the face.
Let me check the engaged range, though. I wonder if there's something about being engaged that that says something about firing in. Engage is on page 212. Man, I love these sidebars. Pretty good. Okay. When you attack or are attacked by a creature within immediate range, you are engaged with the target. A failed dodge never means that range attacks deal more damage. Dodging can only reduce damage to avoid. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I wondered why they phrase it that way. The way that dodge works, it's not a contested roll. It subtracts success levels. So it's a different mechanic than the contested roll. So, okay, so, but anyway, yeah, I don't see anything that that says, and I've even read the last sentence, does not say you got disadvantage. So, Octavia, I cannot make a reaction, so go ahead and take a shot. If you want to add your success levels to this, go right ahead, because you got 2 or superiority levels.
So that's advantage plus 20 then.
No, because you're not rolling with advantage.
Oh, no, sorry, yep.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's 4 different modifiers that'll pop up.
Yep,
I think it'll be evident which one you're...
superiority plus 2. There we go, yep.
Yeah.
Modifier none.
Nice. That's superiority. All right. And then right leg again. All right. So which one did you use? Your last pistol. So there's this flash of light and heat and the sound of... And the whole crowd kind of like, is screaming because someone's shooting a las pistol in here. Yeah, he's zorched in there. Octavia, do you want to move, or are you staying at short range?
Yeah, may as well get in close.
You're engaged
as well.
All
engaged,
right. Then what that means, when several creatures are engaged in the same melee, one side outnumbers the other at least 2 to 1. They have advantage on melee tests. So good call. All right. So then you race in as well too, and this Xenos scum on its turn is going to pull its auto gun. No, it's stub pistol. Yeah. And it will, I think, well, Noros, you're the one who stabbed it, and he tried shoving you. You were too big. So I think he's going to try and shoot you. Would you like to use your reaction to try and dodge this?
Yes.
I'm also going to shout out, "Are you ignoring your betters, scum?" to distract him.
Okay, and impose disadvantage on the test. I love it. All right, so I got disadvantage on this. Then Noros, I am using a burr, so I'm getting +1 success level on this. Go ahead and give us a dodge check, and that will subtract your success levels from this.
It's reflexes, right?
Reflexes, dodge, correct, yeah. All right, so I succeeded with 1.
Maybe
I don't have anything here. I use my superiority on my...
Yeah, correct, you use your superiority in your attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's a terrible
Okay,
roll.
but you don't make it worse. So then the original roll was a 5, which is to your right leg. Right legs are apparently the...
I stabbed him in the leg. He shot me in the leg.
Yeah. You hit you in the leg. You will take 7 points of damage.
Ow.
Yeah. What armor do you have on right now?
I believe I had to leave my crazy armor behind because I had sort of like... because you wanted to be undercover. Okay, so you did have flak armor. I'm assuming you're wearing something, though, because that would be... Yeah, like, I don't know, whatever my character would have.
I'm just going to check the armor level. I'll give you... It's either 1 or 2 is what you're
Yeah,
gonna
like
have.
some... I mean, I wouldn't have gone completely unarmed because there was a good chance of danger here that we knew for sure.
Yep. Well, even like robes or light leather gives you 1 armor.
Right.
Armored greatcoat, I think, at least. We'll carry on our... or heavy leathers. Heavy leathers gives you 2 armor. So there you go.
So I take 5 damage.
You take 5 points of damage, yeah. So it's increase your wounds by 5.
Like that.
Okay. Now, let's see. I don't think there's any shock or anything. Awesome. Love it. All right. So he fires at you, Noros. In spite of Octavia's distractions. Noros, your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to pay him back here with a stab.
You want to use
Again, attempting to I'm still not going to use my stub. Oh, he shot his stub rifle, right? Or stub revolver.
Auto pistol in here? Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Technically, Octavia's the first one to shoot. There's been a las pistol fired and a stub gun or stub pistol, which is just like a stub pistol is just like an automatic,
I know, it's just loud though already. Like he's already fired a loud weapon is my point.
Definitely has, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I would, and he shot me, so I will pull up my stub revolver and shoot him back.
Go right ahead. You have advantage on this because you outnumber him.
Right, okay. So advantage, and I will use my superiority on it.
Okay, and you're going to lose 3 success levels on from your hit. You only got
and that's a terrible roll.
2. Now, you have fate. Do you want to spend 2 fate points and increase the success level?
And that would get me back to even.
That would get you back to 1 hit, which would be doing 7 points of damage to him.
Is that the green bar that I have on my character?
Yes, it is. That's right.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. This is the fateful moment.
Okay, so you grab your thing and unfortunately, there is not a stun setting on your stub revolver, so there's a loud report of the weapon.
Yeah.
And he sits down. You guys can picture in the film version of this, he would hit the ground almost as if it was like a ripple in the water, and the whole crowd from overhead is beginning to spread in Void Dock Alpha Row.
Well,
what do you guys do? This is Footfall. When you were on, what is the? I can't remember what the name of the station is at the other side of the Maw, but there's the Adeptus Arbites that are there. The space cops. There are no such authorities here.
Well, and also, Kev, like, this thing is, like, even if the authorities showed up, like, this thing is, like, a bad gene stealer thing, right? Like, we're probably totally, and we're operating under a rogue trader, which gives us, like, some small amount of jurisdiction. Yeah, okay.
It is less that you would likely get into trouble for this. It is more that someone would be having an eye on whatever it is you're doing. And
right, it's just drawing attention, maybe unwanted, but... Okay. I mean, at this point, I think we're still going to just, like, search the body and, take our time to do the normal things that...
So let's talk about... do you have... Oh, you cannot treat yourself in this. Octavia, do you have 1 point in Medicaid? Or 1 rank?
Let me just have a check.
You do not. If you look back, you can see Icarus is well and truly unconscious.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing we would check on him, but...
Yeah, I don't... I'm just going to check the Medicaid skill. I wonder whether you can use it on yourself and it's just not...
I think we could check if he's breathing, and that, like... that might be good enough for us. Like, maybe we don't know what's wrong with him, but it's like, he's not dead, right? He's he's unconscious.
He is unfortunately dead.
Oh, the guy's dead. Yeah.
I
meant our friend.
Icarus. Sorry, Icarus. Yeah. No, Icarus is unconscious. He seems to be in a coma of some kind.
Right. That's good enough for us. Yeah.
Or as they say it on Footfall, at his mother's.
That's
exactly. A euphemism for being unconscious.
Exactly. He is sadly at his mother's. I think this coma will last precisely 2 sessions, however long those last. So with this Xenos scum dead and with Noros a little injured, what are you guys intending on doing now?
Let's have a good old rummage through the corpse's pockets.
Okay.
Yeah.
And try and see if there's any evidence of where he may...
Sure. So why don't you give us a... Let's see here. If you have training in the specialization forbidden, you can make a lore check. Otherwise, just give us a lore check. And I can't remember how cooperative roles work in this. I think it might just give +1 success level if you're trained in it.
Success with 1 level of success.
Okay. So you're looking through this stuff, and well, what you find on here is that, for one, it seems as if this creature has been living hand to mouth for quite some time, because there is the body is emaciated. There is the remnants of like half-eaten meals that seem to have been saved for further eating later on. There is no comm unit, but there are actually, let me tell you how much, just based on costs here. I do like that they give you the average earnings for different things in the for folks in different roles. When a game has a functioning economy, that is really helpful for these kinds of things. I mention that because I remember the Iron Kingdoms RPG, where after they had published it, they're like, the money doesn't make sense in it. And people kept trying to make sense of it after the fact. They're like, no, don't bother trying. It makes no sense. So, do you remember the hoops I had to jump through, Jeff, to try and make that stuff make sense in the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Services, tools, augmetics, services. There are 250 thrones in this thing's pocket. To give a context to the value of that in comparison to what he should have on him. Where is it here? Where is it? Oh. Ha! So 250 would be sufficient to pay for forgive me, it's actually more than that. It is 2,500 thrones.
Oh, he's got quite a bit.
In a monthly salary would be about 3,000. Is that right? 150. Let me see. 150. No. 1,500 would be a monthly salary. Yeah.
So what's this guy, if he's living hand to mouth and has got bits of marmalade sandwich in his pockets?
Yeah.
How come he's carrying all this loot?
Maybe that's not his money and he was afraid to spend it.
Exactly. So he's might have been there to bribe someone.
Well, and if he's waiting here and he's been stuck at the docks, maybe he doesn't know what happened at the monastery and he's just waiting for his people to return.
To give you guys a sense of some other costs that may dawn on you in Void Dock Alpha Row, travel within system would cost you about 500 thrones for a very basic level of transportation, and interstellar travel would cost around 5,000.
Oh, he's maybe saving up to get off planet. That would make sense. Hanging around the docks and saving up to get off planet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know
Well, that's
that
liberated
helps
some
us.
cash.
You have liberated some
Yes.
cash, and the Aquares do favor those who take initiative. So, unlikely you'd have to declare that anywhere.
Right.
But on Administratum Tax Form 896B, there is indeed there is a box for money recovered from corpses.
The Adeptus Economicae. So, if you guys, look into the coins that are in there for the thrones, that does get some attention. And there are people who are sort of muttering back and forth about trying to weigh 2,500 thrones. I'm assuming you didn't pour it in your hands or whatnot, but all it takes is
Look at this!
Yeah, one person to see
2,500
it.
crowns, Norris.
All it takes is one person to view it, and then it would spread like gossip throughout the entire dock. So you can see they're all sort of. And right now,
if people are watching, Kev, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to pull his hood back so people can see that he is like some kind of a reveal that he's like not human and that he's like, I don't know, a trouble, right? But to sort of highlight that we're the good guys here, we're not just like robbing some random guy.
That's probably not the concern here. What they're weighing over right now, for those who are, is whether, it's worth the trouble to murder you and take that small fortune.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's more what I was getting at, is that the Void Docs Alpha Road, they're pretty fucking rough. And you guys have taken care thus far to take. I mean, you've definitely demonstrated yourself as being, tough enough to take one person down. Seems like the crowd might be getting themselves up to a point where they may want to consider, inviting you to part with that bit of evidence.
Yeah. So, I think then maybe we read the room and I think it's time to get out of here.
There's no other clues to where this guy's from. That's no house keys.
No, not on him at least.
Darn.
I mean,
I'm gonna keep.
The thing is, you're also not really familiar with this place either, right? So, if there is some characteristic, this is mud on his boot, that would be from this, hab unit or whatever. You wouldn't know one way or the other necessarily. But I'll bet you could use your influence to try and find someone who does. Are you taking the body with you?
I guess we'd better. Let's see if we can get.
Well, we also have to
anything.
carry our friend.
Yeah, that's true. Booger.
So,
we could offer a reward if anyone knows anything. We've got a crowd of
Yes.
people
Anybody
watching
know
our...
this man?
sure. Why don't you give us Octavia?
This is kind of your wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Let me take a look at the screen here.
Social crowd control stuff, so...
Presence or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's we always use a skill in this game because your skills will default.
No. Rapport with the crowd.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's something for command. I think it's going to be rapport, and it depends on how. Rapport inquiry is probably the specialization, unless you're choosing to frame it another way, to make friends of someone and then try and gain information from them. Just as examples of,
wow.
You could also logic with the investigation focus probably would make sense. But then there's also, I thought that there was, and there's also presence, interrogation, intimidation, or leadership. Are the three specializations there. So there's a couple ways you could approach it. I mean, you could try and intimidate the crowd into, for one, not attacking, and for two, to give you information. You could also...
Well, mechanically, I'd be better off with some of these things, but I think I'll just go for a general report and say, look, does anyone know this man?
Okay.
This has been I don't know why I've got a sudden deep voice, but there's something badly wrong here. Look at him. We must track down where he's come from. I don't think charm works on that.
Here's what you could do as well. If you've got intuition people, you could do intuition to gauge whether someone's open to a bribe. You could just do a survey of the crowd.
Okay. Yeah.
You did just get a handful of coins. Would you like
right,
to...
exactly.
Yeah. You want to give us an intuition check?
Yep. Didn't do me any good.
Well, you have advantage on the roll, though. Because of your briber.
Still would... Oh, shoot. But still, wouldn't have helped.
Well, why don't you give us a roll with advantage? We'll let the system decide. Also, I don't know if that's... because we also get to set the difficulty of it, and this would be, I think, a routine check, not a challenging one.
Okay.
Because it's not contested. Good. Nice. Okay. 4 levels of success, or success levels. So, yeah, I mean, you can see, you and Octavia, I imagine, have at least been in a situation where you're needing to quickly survey and figure out who's the one who's likely going to be the most in the know and the one who others are mostly going to listen to. And maybe what you see in the crowd is, as people are talking about the money that's on there, you can see there is particularly one kind of grizzled old space hand who is standing there, and you can see there's about 4 or 5 guys who are with him, and they're all kind of like looking back at him as if like waiting to hear from him whether they're going to jump in and whatnot. If there is somebody here, it's that dude, and that dude knows what the price of his life is worth. So if you were to bribe somebody, that might be the person to do.
I will try then that. I'll go up to them. That citizen, you look like a man in the know. And let's give that then a intuition people test.
Oh, well, you've done the intuition already, so you're...
Well, that gauges whether someone would be... Oh, okay, so there's... I thought I was going with the deal maker.
That's if you're doing negotiations.
Then I guess...
Yeah, no, go ahead. And yeah, that you're doing it absolutely right. You're trying to figure out what they would take, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And...
Nice. Okay. So what... and I forgot to give you a routine as well. What you would find as you talk to him, what do you say? You said, "Good day, citizen."
You look like a man in the know. I saw the look on your face there.
So a couple things.
What can you tell me?
Just to give you context for how your influence can come in. If your influence would come into play, you can apply that for success levels. And remember, your great coat grants you +1 on success levels for those who might be impressed by things, because you are dressed up like a rogue. So if you're a ranking member of a rogue trader house, for instance, space hands, remember that when you guys go back to dock, that's when you replenish your crew.
Right.
So getting on the good side
of a rogue trader is a good thing. Okay.
Yeah, so you're definitely going to get +1 on the fellowship test on this. So you're already getting +1 on that. And what would you? And if you want to apply you got +1 influence with rogue trader dynasties. Oh, you don't really have one with these guys, but I'd probably grant it anyway if you play it up in the role playing.
Yeah. So, good sir, what the hell? You look like a likely lad. Who do you work for?
He looks at his men, and it's cool. They actually give on the GM screen, they give the outcomes table to give suggestions for. I think that's just repeated from the Doctor Who role-playing game, to be honest. But you've achieved an impressive success which would grant a yes and. You achieve your goal with style exceeding your expectations. So,
Nice.
he looks at his men back and forth, and then looks at you. Well, no one, milady. Not he's freelance right now.
And can I judge from it? Is he a ship hand? Is he a dock worker? Is he?
He's probably
what
he's probably a crew chief of some capacity. Like a lot of these guys, there's a ton of things that they know sort of how to do or they're easily trained on. So if he's a crew chief on this, he's not. He'd be the equivalent of someone who runs like a shift crew or something like that. Think of what's his name, Andy Serkis's character from Andor. You know, that's about what this guy would be in charge of, is a small group of people. Not, it's one, drop in a larger bucket, but he could easily be put in a position where you could control more.
I shall see. We always have need of work on our ships. One of it is due back any day now.
Okay,
I shall have a word with the Seneschal on this.
He kind of looks at you and looks at his men. I'd be right in thinking you're from House of Quarry, my lady.
That would be right, my good man.
Any day now, you say?
It will be here.
He kind of holds eye contact with you for a moment as he's sort of judging your mettle.
You judge?
He says, "You hear that, boys? Any day now," she says. "And if I know someone, House of Quarry, they don't speak half-truths."
And anyway, our docks need smartened up. We're on the rise, and we need to get things a bit more shipshape.
Well, you'll find no better help than me and my lads, my lady. In fact, it seems to me like your dock could use some cleaning up right now. Isn't that right, boys? They're like, oh. Would you care for a spot of help there, me lady?
I shall have a word with Seneschal Armon on this.
Very good, very good.
But in the meantime, this creature.
Yes.
Do you know of him? Have you seen him before?
Looks back and forth. Why don't you give us a... we'll put it on you. Give us a lore check at routine. I think there's a good chance. This is an inquiry roll is what I'm getting you to roll. You just don't know the specialty.
Surprisingly.
Well, indeed, my lady. I am familiar with that one. He's been asking around. Him and his others that look just like him, pink and such. But, my lady, this may not be ideal environs in which to discuss such things. Would you care for us to clean up what mess has been made? And perhaps we could discuss this somewhere more secure for your person.
Sounds good. Indeed. Be so kind, and can one of your men also help my disabled colleague back?
Oof.
There's back to our docking area.
You were the lady.
Let's head there. This is a safe docking. Since you will be working there, let us head to my
Very well.
My family's docking area.
My lady, I don't mean to... I'm certain you're aware of this, but there is a matter of often a signing bonus. And the senses you get is, for him, it would definitely be in that like 1,500 range. So a bribe would be 20% of that. So it's like 300 thrones. but you get a 10% discount, so probably like, say, $250 would be sufficient to buy his loyalty for now. You do
Noros,
have...
could you hand over this good man some 250 thrones?
You
So I'll
count
take
it
that
out from the...
from the money we found.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Most kind, my lady. All right, boys, you heard up to. Grab the corpse, grab the mutant, and follow the lady where she goes. Don't forget his staff. That looks pricey. And he will turn. I love they got names on the GM screen. They do that in... Jeff, would you give us a percentile roll, please?
Oh, excuse me.
78. You can call me Silvanto, my lady. And he just says, armsman. So he
Silvanto?
and his like 10 boys all pick up the body, pick up Victor, and they sort of, you know, also take it upon themselves to stare down other crews that may have been thinking about maybe people were weighing over. You're a pretty tough character. You're no, slouch either, Octavia. But they were thinking of it now that you've got, these tough as a nickel stake deckhands working with you or voiders. They ain't gonna try anything. So you're able to leave a Void Dock Alpha Row without incident. Where are you headed? You may remember that the Aquare headquarters are located in the atrium currently.
But would we have our own sort of dock within?
Generally not, because you're not here that often. Like if you're in dock, you're not earning money, right? So the often, like when you would come back, there might be. Well, the Great House. That's a good question.
Or something like.
Yeah, I think there's probably in Void Dock Alpha Row, and there probably is some kind of area. So if you want to head to there, something that Ignatius has arranged for the good Lord Captain for when he comes back, he'll bring you guys down there. While you're going along, you have an opportunity to. Actually, you know what, Noros? I think that one of the guys. Let me see what the difficulty of treating you is. Oh, no, you know what? I know what it is. It's challenging, and it's just like the Warhammer Fantasy rules. So they're going to make they can make a test. One of the guys, it seems like you got a little beat up there, sir. Would you like me to set that
shot in
for
the
you?
leg. Yeah. You got something?
I can give it a try, sir. I've got no training myself, but and one of the other ones is like, he's the one who puts us back together after. And he says, "Make me the man I am today." And he holds up a crappy, augmented, effectively like a hook.
Yeah.
What? So what you're gonna do then, Jeff, is we're gonna assume his intelligence bonus is a 3. You're gonna roll against a difficulty of 30. So it'll be a percentile roll against 30, and then the success level is his intelligence bonus plus whatever the success level. That's how much you get back. So you could win, you could lose. We'll see.
1d100 less than 30?
Yeah. Nope. So he makes a bit of a mess and he puts a bandage on you, but it does the net. Oh no, that's 5 points of damage. You actually take 2 more points of damage.
Oh my god.
All right, there we go. And the guy with the one hand, you see, sir, he made me exactly the man I am today.
Yeah. Let's see.
Noros, stop bleeding, man.
So, once you get this body to your as at present empty warehouse, we'll assume it's in an office or something like that's attached to the warehouse at a what would we call it? It wouldn't be an office; it would be a ministorum or something like that. Where would you like to store? What would you like to do with the body? And what would you like to do next? Do we assume we've got Silvanto and his crew on? I'll add that to the list.
Yep, so let's have Silvanto. So you were going to tell me about this.
Oh, what's up?
creature
Yeah, we're trying to track down the rest of them.
and their leader, particularly.
It's this. I can't say I know much about the leader, sir. My lady. What I can tell you is he's been going around trying to make a deposit on a trip out of system, you see. Elsewhere, another colony in the Coronis expanse. He's been out looking to hire on with anybody what would have him, but no one wants to deal with him on account of he was in with the Black Brotherhood. And you guys may recall
Black Brotherhood.
that the Black Brotherhood is one of the, if not the most powerful gangs led by Calcus Callinicus. And there apparently is a close connection between the Black Brotherhood and the Casbolica that was led by Vladeum Tokara. They had some sort of deal with the Black Brotherhood, and if they ain't gone with them to get them off, or without the say-so of the Black Brotherhood, well, then no one's going to help them. I don't know what they've done to have the breakdown, but the Black Brotherhood doesn't seem to mind them asking to try and get off footfall deeper into the expanse. But my lady, no one is going to deal with them if we all think it's just a matter of time before they go back and pay what the Black Brotherhood has asked them to pay, you see.
And Kev, to be clear, the Black Brotherhood is who the other rogue trader girl was going to introduce us to, right?
She wasn't going to introduce you to them because they're a bunch of fucking psychopaths. She was going to introduce you to Vladeum Tokara, who runs the Casbolica. They are the criminal organization active of smuggling shit in and out of the Cronus Expanse. Arguably the most powerful and successful criminal enterprise in the Expanse. The Black Brotherhood are local thugs and, drug gangs, effectively.
Okay.
And by drugs, I don't mean dealing them. I mean, like, taking Xenos pharmacology and turning yourself into crazy things or just utterly losing your mind.
Okay.
Yeah. The thugs, if you will.
Yeah,
they thugs are technically separate, but, So... that's what he has to say. If the Black Brotherhood, his thought is, if the Black Brotherhood, they had dealings with them before, and if the Black Brotherhood aren't arranging to get them off, that means they don't want them off. So no one's going to risk pissing off the Black Brotherhood, lest no one who's going to take the pittance that they're, looking to pay to try and get off the rock.
So, Noros.
Yes.
Sounds like we need to work our way back. It sounds like the Black Brotherhood is who we need to speak to. But then that would sound that we're probably better off going through the offered contact of Fladain, with all of the complications that involves.
Yes. I think you're right.
Silvanto says, "My lady, if I might be so bold, am I right thinking you ain't from here? You ain't been here before?"
Newly arrived, but here to stay.
Well, if I may say, my lady, you have the lay of the land quite well. He overheard you talking about the Black Brotherhood and about them. So he says, I'll see to it to keep me lads busy. Keep them out of trouble. If there's anything you need only call.
Thank you, Sylvanto. We will be back. Keep in touch. And
we will. He says, these boys, you will see them around for payday.
Indeed.
Is that right, boys? Yeah. Drinks are on me, boys.
On the boys. My seneschal would expect them to actually earn their money.
Oh, indeed. You can be sure of that, my lady. So they will either be, getting things squared away, seeing what's what they're going to need to do in the warehouse for now. But you've got at least a home base that you can operate out of, away from the atrium and away from the Aquare house, your householding or whatever. And seems like you have a task before you. Why don't we take our mid-session break, and then we'll come back and see what happens next. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Ooh, went
All
down
right.
I changed my thermostat from heating to cooling
Yeah.
this week, and I forgot to go close all my vents in the basement. Like in the winter, I have to have them open so the heat goes down there. In the summer, I have to close them so the air conditioning doesn't just pour out down there.
Yeah.
Brr, it's cold in my basement.
Yeah, I had to go down to get a chair today. I don't have AC, but the basement is so cold. Like it's warm in the wintertime, but it is fucking chilly in the summer. Boy, oh boy, is it was it chilly down there today? It's got to be at least a 7-degree difference Celsius from the main. Hey, we have the rare occasion where the entire group understands Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Okay.
I have no idea what goes on in Fahrenheit. Even when I was living in the States, I had no idea.
Nah,
It's 80 degrees. Is that good?
Yeah. I know 30 degrees is kind of cold, but I have to get out and do the math each time because I just don't know it instinctively.
The only one I know is 82 is 28.
Yeah, I know minus 40 is minus 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow we're going to have 26. Wow.
That's awesome. That's what we were today, actually. We were like 28 by the afternoon. I have a feeling it's going to be a scorcher of a summer because it's been really warm the last couple of days.
Oh, it's going to be an atrocity going forward, though. Cool.
Yeah, it's true.
Raining solidly for the next 10 days. Marvelous.
We were joking that it's the I've got a colleague who's in London, and she was saying like, oh, we had our first sunny skies of the year today, so everyone in London was really smiling and happy and whatnot. I'm like, we're in the same thing, but instead of having overcast weather rolling in a couple of weeks, we're gonna have fires. So the entire place will smell like a campsite.
Have the fires started up again?
From what I understand, I've got all the windows closed, so who the heck is she yelling at? Oh, it's a truck across the street. She's heard noise. Oh, good. She's keeping us safe from, horse carriages. So, what do you call them? Stalls, I guess. No, the fires haven't started yet. From what I understand, that there's some that are like subsurface that did not go out.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, we haven't had forest fires or like you'll really smell it when it comes in, but not yet.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of a dark and grim future, I was gonna check to see about what was I checking for? Nuts. I knew about your recovery because you're gonna recover. I think it is your toughness bonus per day of sleep. But that's not what I was looking up. There was something else I wanted to check. And I don't remember what it is. Because we got talking about other stuff. That's dying. You don't want to see that. Yeah, so after once per day, after a good rest, you heal wounds equal to your toughness bonus. If you rest for an entire day and do not undertake any strenuous activity, heal that toughness bonus times 2. Oh, hold on. It would have been a routine Medicaid test, forgive me, to treat your wounds. So it would have been +2. I did it at challenging. So take 2 of the damage you took, Jeff, away.
Oh, I stayed at 5. I didn't get more.
Yeah, you didn't get any
injured.
worse than that. He just didn't help you. Because I think let's see here. You didn't have access to do you have a med kit among your supplies?
I'll check the PDF.
I think you might. I think you do have 1 point in Medicaid. I could be remembering this all wrong. The reason I ask is I wonder if it grants a bonus.
No, I just have something called survival gear. So
Yeah, just to go. I stand corrected. You do have training in Medicaid, though.
Is...
I think we should invest some of our funds in some medikits.
Yep, that's not a bad idea. Certainly something you could pick up at either the Shadow Quarters or the Martyr's Endurance. Perhaps at a discount if you choose to try and negotiate. Bargaining, of course, is a thing you are strong on. Okay, the gear is closer to the front. Here we go. All right, your tools, cosmetics. Things haven't gone that bad yet. A chirurgeon's kit. That's what you're looking for. Your chirurgeon's kit is required to treat critical wounds, so maybe you don't need that. But a Medicaid kit.
Not seeing anything.
No, I don't see one either. Boxcaster.
Where's my
kit.
Bacta?
Yeah, really. Huh. So I guess you don't need to carry around a Medicaid kit. I'll bet you it's going to be in one of the supplements, though. When they start coming out.
You have to buy another book to avoid your character dying. That's a bit ruthless.
Why don't we say that it'll grant a Medicaid kit will grant +1 success level. So why don't you heal yourself 1, Noros? And that'll be expended. It'll be each use of it will be... Well, no, the chirurgeon's kit comes with 5 uses. So why don't we say the Medicaid kit does the same thing? So you got 4 more uses of it, Noros.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
then.
I mean, that makes sense that it's got a little bit of usage to it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, what do you guys intend on doing next here?
Well, Octavia, did you set arrangements to, I don't remember her name.
Jerry?
Meet with Jerry again.
I think if we head to the same place, we should be able to find her again. I'm guessing.
The Adeptus Amacicus?
Yep.
Well, maybe I'll actually get to have a drink this time. No one's following us.
You do have her, comm link number if you want to try and coordinate as well. To ensure that she's there.
So I will reach out, make sure she's there, and just say, Jerry, look to meet up. Need to use your suggestion. Sounds like a sensible one. Let's discuss more.
Okay. So let's
nice.
Head on over here. So you're heading down to there. Now, are you making any effort to try and conceal yourself as you're making your way through the Shadow Quarters and towards the righteous path? What was the name of the thing? I have a handout with the footfall map on it too. Martyr's Endurance. That's the boozy quarter and the trading quarter.
Yeah, the same kind of caution we took last time, I think. We do have enemies here in Footfall, so, no point in broadcasting our movements.
Agreed. Let's see about assisted tasks here. I wonder if it just grants advantage or do an extended task. Helping, here we go. Getting help. Highest skill makes a test with advantage. So, who has the higher awareness?
I've got 41.
I'm in combat.
And Noros has 40.
40.
Now.
So yeah, it's you by a little bit.
So Octavia, why don't you give us what do you call it? A check with advantage, please.
Challenging?
Challenging, yeah, because this will be contested. Okay. Are you satisfied with that? The reason I ask, I think you can also spend a luck to re-roll.
I'll use a fate point, but I'll use it just to improve it by 1.
By 1? Okay.
Re-rolling on the 36 on the 41s.
Oh, you only got 41. Yeah, that's tricky. Okay.
2 success levels.
I think we looked this up last time. Forgive me, guys. I don't remember who ties go to.
To me.
Highest success level wins. If it's important to know how well the winner... Oh, it's it. Here we go. Character with the higher skill wins on a tie. That's cool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. So then I think there's something in fantasy that works that way too. I want to say it's opposed melee checks. But the what you find, Octavia, is that you have the distinct impression that you are being followed once again. I think you see figures, and this time they do not appear to be as surreptitious as the follower was before. Not someone who's lurking in the shadows and, a singular figure. This is a group that is following you around, and they're doing not a terrific job of trying to coordinate to follow you. They're keeping a respectable distance, but you can tell that they are tracking where you were going. Why don't you give us a lore check at routine? Let me think here. Is there another one that would be more appropriate?
Oh, and Kevin, to be clear,
Yeah.
I think I would go back and get my actual stuff at this point. Like, I wouldn't continue to travel around and...
I'm fine with assuming that that's where you left it at the warehouse.
Yeah,
even, right?
Somewhere close by, right?
Yeah. That's where, so when you went back to the warehouse to whatever, that's where you tooled back up again.
Right, I just wanted to make sure it was said out loud. Yeah.
You got it. So, Octavia, routine lore check, please. Oh, I used the wrong skill for investigation before as well. Should have been logic. Whoa!
I know everything about these people. I know their favorite beer.
That is incredible. Now, it doesn't count as a crit, though, because crits are doubles in this game.
Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? But at least a 1 is epic, anyway.
1 is still pretty great, and a 5 success level is phenomenal. What I'll tell you is that when you heard about the... what do you call it? The gangs, the Black Brotherhood, you made a point of looking into a couple of others so you would sort of know what to expect. What I can tell you is that the folks who are following you, they call themselves... Let me double check here. They call themselves the... the Night Bleeders. They have kind of a look of, you know, like tattoos, so to make it look as if their throats were slit and they're bleeding down. They have kind of a ghoulish, you know, look, tattoos under the eyes to give it kind of a corpse-like quality. So it's hard to miss them. And with a roll that good, there is a hierarchy that you realized was obviously at play among the different groups of gangs. You know, certain gangs will answer to others and whatnot. The Night Bleeders, you know, are subservient to the Black Brotherhood.
Mm.
This is a proxy move against you, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
They do definitely seem to be armed, but that may be just because that's how they always are. But they're definitely following you in numbers that are not, hey, keep track of them numbers. They're get ready to take care of them numbers.
Should we attempt to lose them, Octavia?
Now let's try that.
That is awesome. Because there are...
Kind of needed that roll for the escaping bit.
There is a pursuit section. Here we go. Desperate chases through crowded streets of a hive and high-speed vehicular pursuits are staples of many exciting missions. To run a pursuit, use the following rules. 1. Determine distance. I assign a number to represent the size of the head start the quarry has over the pursuer. Range from 0 to 10. 1 is almost within reach. 4 is a good head start. 8 means they're close to escaping. I'm going to give you guys 4. So you'll be starting 4 distance away from the pursuers. And I'll use the giant oversized Dice of Doom to track it. Everyone involved in the pursuit rolls a challenging test for their movement. It might be athletics running, it might be athletics riding, it might be whatever will make sense for how you're going to progress in it. And then the lowest success level of the quarry and the highest success level of the pursuer are compared.
Oh, wow.
If the quarry has a better result than the pursuer, the difference in success level is added to the distance they pull away. If the pursuer gets the better result, the difference in success level is subtracted as they draw closer. There are also environmental factors that can come into play in this as we go along. And I look forward to when they give us rules for hive cities and stuff, because I'll bet you they're going to have random tables for encounters or obstructions or things like that along the way. So, but for now, we'll just use our imagination. If there's a crit fumble or a crit fail that comes up, we'll rule that accordingly. So, what are you guys thinking of using to get away from here? We don't need to use this is for pursuit. I think it's the exact same type of thing. If you guys are just trying to lose them, that might be a contested or a stealth roll on your part. And then they may be rolling awareness to try and pursue you or something otherwise. What do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you think, Octavia? I'm good at running away and hiding, but that's about it for as far as getting away, I think. I mean, or, you know, taking out my las rifle and firing a shot over their heads to get them to take cover, and then we book it.
Yeah, firing would mean that you generate 0 success levels, basically. Like, if you take an action other than trying to run away, that's how that's going to be modeled in here.
Right.
So you certainly can do that.
Athletics isn't my thing, but being aware, stealth.
Do we have to take the same action, Kevin? Is that how it works?
As long as it makes sense for what you guys are trying to do, because you're both trying to get ahead, and if Noros is trying to hide, or Octavia's trying to hide, and Noros is just trying to get some distance, whoever rolls worst, that's how far away they're going to pursue, or what I'll be comparing against.
Right.
So,
So what do you think? Should we try and hide from them? Lose them?
Yeah, let's try and do it. First of all, let's try and hide.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you each give us a challenging hide check? And I will make an awareness check. Because of this number of them, I'm just going to roll it with advantage. And
Well, that was a
that is perception.
great big fat fail.
Okay.
We both failed.
By how much?
I failed by 3.
Failed by 3. Okay. So it is. Oh, it's the worst of the two as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
it's really hard to get away, actually.
Do you want to spend a fate point to re-roll that?
What do you think?
Right now,
I guess.
I actually failed as well, but I failed with a 0. They will, however, because of your failure right now, they'll get 3. There we go. Okay, so the distance right now is a 5. You guys are trying to hide and conceal yourself in among the crowd and whatnot, and it just seems like they're, you know, these guys are born for this kind of shit, and they're positioning themselves in. They're easily able to. It doesn't help that you are wearing a very flashy greatcoat to Octavia, so you don't exactly blend in it. They are 5 away. Once they reach you at 10, then they can start doing, well, best not find out. Second pass, what are you guys doing?
I think I'll use my intuition to figure out where is the least likely route that they're going to think we're going to go for.
I don't think that's going to be...
work?
No, unfortunately. Because you don't know the place well enough either. So it's good to try and squirrel the problem towards something that is that you're actually quite good at. But for this particular challenge, I don't know if that's...
Well, what about awareness? What about just trying to use awareness to find a path out of here?
I don't think it would help you, though. Like, you would be... What you might do is get some kind of... Try and identify some kind of advantage, but it would give you a 0 on your progress.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Stealth again, then?
I mean, you could just...
Sure.
You could do those things, because if you get a success, that might afford you some bonuses for your next check, or grant you an advantage on your next check.
Right. Well, let's try to hide one more time. We only tried once, so let's try and lose them again.
Okay.
They're not on us yet, so we still have a chance here.
Yep. I succeeded by 1.
Oh, well, I failed.
4. Oh.
It's very tough to get away.
It's hard. I think it's because it's intended so that you can, if people are running away from you, that you can catch up to them,
Right.
or that you got to do stuff to try, like exciting things to try and throw them off. So the net is 3 more. I am at an 8.
No, let's just turn and fight them, I guess. I don't know. What do you think, Octavia?
No, I think we've just got to have to do that. I think you said
What do you wish to do? You could try doing something to try and throw them off.
Or scare them away? I could shoot at them.
Octavia's got a pretty badass intimidation. Like, so long as it's acting on them directly, that might be something that might succeed.
Right.
What are you thinking?
Well, obviously they can see us and they're following us. If you want to try and intimidate them in some way, I can make it clear that I have a really big las rifle and, like, you know, sort of like show that we see them and we've got them, you know, in our sights, and like try and add to your intimidation using my big gun. Like,
Yeah.
come any closer and I'm going to start firing, basically.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to tangle with a...
Well, I don't think we're getting away.
Are you sure you want to tangle with the Aquaris?
Yeah.
So would you like to do that this round?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Why don't you give us an intimidation check there? A presence intimidation, Octavia, and then Noros, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to I don't know
Assist,
how you want
yeah.
to rule
So
this. Yeah,
if you just want to
assist in
be
this by
like get your biggest fuck off weapon out.
yeah, exactly. The
yep.
big las gun.
Roll
and
it with advantage, Octavia.
make it clear that I'm, ready to shoot them. Essentially.
Yep.
Challenging.
Challenging once again, yeah. And roll with advantage.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding?
I can use my last fate point. That's not good though.
Yeah, I failed by 1. Because you got the odds are in your favor to roll much better than. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. Holy roll 20, the troll.
Wow. All right. So you say that I failed by 1, you failed by 2, so they are 9. 9 away from you. They're still moving in. You realize there is about 10 of them. They're currently probably at what would be long range.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue trying to escape, or you want to drop into trying to drop some of them?
Yeah, I think that it's combat time.
I guess, yeah.
I don't see any other choice, really.
Now, being the canny characters that you are, do you think that you have done anything to try and pick a place to make a stand here?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially considering I have a long-firing weapon.
Yeah.
I think if we could find a spot where I have some overfire or something where they've got to come to us is a huge advantage that we would be.
So we're going to assume that there is going to be cover here as well. And we'll set it at medium. What is it? Medium cover for 4 points of armor?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So that'll be 1 superiority. And can you think of any... You rolled really well with your advantage before, Octavia, so you have another, from identifying your foe, another point of superiority.
Okay,
and
that's nice.
do you have anything, one for the battlefield, one from that? Is there anything else that you guys can think of?
Is the other one like a wild card or what?
The other one is know the players. Know the foe, know the battlefield, know the players.
Well, is that the one of Noros setting himself up? I will be a bit forward and he can be a bit back to get... and if we get down that alley so that, as you say, we can't get flanked and he has a nice long run.
I love it.
So we're knowing how his long-range marksman skills are going to make the difference.
Absolutely. You guys are coming in with 3 superiority.
Nice.
Okay, let me make sure I didn't... Did I search for something that I shouldn't have searched for? No. No, I was looking through my things here. I'm like, why do I have a picture of like, I've got your... What I think are like your other Road Trader characters. I'm like, why do I have their pictures? Did I look... How far down in the list am I? But it's actually not that far. Hold on. I'm just trying to find... I have actually some... I have ganger photos. Let's see. Or not, illustrations. Yeah. There we go. What do you think, guys?
Very nice.
Yeah. So here we go. I think... Do you guys have an initiative button on your character sheet? Under the combat tab?
I think there was. Yes, there is.
Awesome. Okay. So let me place this guy down here. These creeps are coming down to get you. And their wounds. Okay. All right. So they are at long range currently. And you have cover. Octavia, as your last action, do you want to die for cover? Did you guys roll initiative?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I was wondering if it didn't populate properly or what. Go ahead and roll initiative. Ah, awesome. It does populate. Fabulous.
Norris goes before me.
Right, and these guys have initiative 7, actually.
Ooh.
They don't have much else going for them. They have that. Okay. All right, so what they are going to do is they're going to move from long to medium range, and then each of them is going to take cover, except for, I'll put them all kind of even on the ground here. 2 of them are moving up to moderately higher positions without cover, and 2 of them are moving to higher positions without cover. Try and get angles in on you. So that's what sort of the fanned out kind of area is. You can picture whatever the boxes and other things that are along there, they're kind of moving their way along. They only have light cover there. They've only got 2 points. That's their actions. Octavia, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, Noros goes before you. Noros, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, Noros has got his las rifle out. He is going to try and pick one off.
Okay.
It is... Oh, we gotta go to combat 10.
Yeah, no.
It is long range.
It is long range, yeah.
I'm not gonna use a burst.
I failed my dodge.
Okay, so... Firing...
Oh, sorry, are you firing one of the guys in cover or one of the guys trying to climb up?
One of the guys trying to climb up.
You got it, okay.
I'm gonna use my superiority dice on this first shot here to try and...
Go ahead. Yeah, 3. Heck yeah.
To try and scare them a little.
Yeah.
Drop one of them with a dangerous shot to try and...
That was gonna... No, I'm gonna quickly look at their resolve, because I want to make sure I'm doing that correctly too. All right, so
7 levels of success. Wow.
Mm. Okay, awesome. Okay, I got it. All right. So here's the thing. There's a set level of things when you down these guys where your superiority will actually go up as the tempo goes in your favor. It's as you drop them. So it's not only that like there's a morale factor, it's also you get the extra success levels.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that is 13 damage. Holy smokes. So one of them you managed to tag, and look at this. Now, did you say that you were firing a burst to get +1 and to use 1 point of ammo?
I didn't say that, but I could.
I thought I heard you say that. It will not take them down, but it's something to bear in mind that if you get +1 success level when you do that, and the bonus of damage.
Oh, that does do bonus. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because remember, each success level is added to your damage there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So there's this fusillade of ruby energy that goes up and scorches this one corpse-like ganger trying to climb up on the side. Noros, anything you're doing with your move? Are you staying undercover?
Oh no, I'm gonna
Although you can die for cover as an incidental, so you can actually move and then die for cover again.
Yeah, like I'll do that. I'll sort of change positions and use my free action to move into new cover to just sort of keep them on their toes.
You got it. Octavia, what are you doing?
I will pop out for a moment and take a shot with my las pistol.
Are you shooting one of the ones who's climbing? One of the ones who is behind cover?
One of the climbing ones.
Okay.
I guess I should finish off the wounded one.
Shoot the same one? So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, go ahead, and I can't dodge, so go ahead and make your attack.
Well, I may as well use my superiority, right?
Heck, yeah. So. Oh, Anna wishes you luck. Nice, sweetie pie.
Actually, no, I'll use superiority for a dodge if I have to later.
Do you want to use a burst or use rapid fire with your auto pistol?
No, because this guy's wounded already, so I'm keep that.
These guys are at medium range. What is the range of your...
Medium.
Medium, okay, good, you're good.
So I'm just going to use regular and just trust that all goes well. Which is probably a mistake.
Yeah, and you're not using success levels or your superiority?
No, I'm going to keep that for a dodge if I have to.
Good call. All right, so then with that, guys, one of them goes down. When he drops,
and that's him off. Yep.
Okay, then it is their turn. They are bringing to bear their auto guns. They do not have the same trigger discipline that you guys do, or ammunition discipline. The ones atop. Oh, Octavia, you took cover, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have to do that every round, or is it just once you've got cover, you've got it? Or did you look that up already?
Oh, I didn't. But I think
it's because of Shadowrun. Shadowrun got me thinking that of poking out from cover and ducking back behind being separate actions. I'm second guessing it in every other game now. Take cover. Use the environment to provide protection. If you enter a zone with cover, you can take cover. It is possible for skilled shooters to bypass cover using hit location. Okay, cover is on page 204.
Cover.
Oh, you can use, if you start your turn in a zone with the cover trait, you can use your move to get into cover and immediately gain its benefit. So you just don't move and you're fine. I guess the benefit of yours, Naros, you can move and then use an incidental to jump behind cover and then take an action.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you're zipping over fire, whereas you would have to take your action to do another move to dive behind cover as opposed to your mobile movement. We got to use a battle mat with your character because that would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
that would be a real clear way of demonstrating your guy, taking advantage of that.
Right.
So, Octavia, so that's an amazing shot. All right, let's see here. We're gonna have, I'm gonna do them in clusters. So some are gonna use suppressing fire, and some are gonna group. So we'll roll 2 with advantage, or one group with advantage, one group with advantage, and those guys above are going to fire normally. The auto gun does, let's see here, it's in range, so the entire stone corridor just erupts with noise as all of these fucking auto cannons are firing, or auto guns are beginning to open fire on you. So it's like a submachine gun. Let's see here. First, let's start with Noros. Noros, you going to dodge this first one?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give us a dodge check. It's a rapid fire. I roll with advantage, and I add 3 to the damage. Oh, miss. So don't need to roll. You try and duck out of the way. The guy up top, the one who's higher up, looking down on you, opens up fire. Oh, wait a minute. I got plus. No, it doesn't have success levels. It gives advantage, which is really interesting. So the rapid fire does more damage than what the burst does, but it's less accurate because I don't just add success levels. I roll advantage, and if I roll a fail, I'm just screwed. I can't adjust the level. Octavia, we'll do the same thing to you from the highest firing one. Are you going to dodge?
Yep.
Go right ahead. I did hit with 1 level success. So all right, but you don't add to that. So that is 7 points of damage, but you have 4 points of cover. And then your greatcoat gives you what, 2 or 3?
2.
2.
I still have to roll my dodge, so hang on.
Isn't that your... Oh, that was Noros who rolled the reflexes. Sorry.
If I could figure out where dodge was, I would...
Dodge is reflexes, sorry. Reflexes skill. And challenging.
Character.
Come on. All you need is 1 success level, and that's enough to zilch out the hit.
Challenging. Superiority 3.
Oh yeah, you saved it for this. Are you kidding? That's a fumble too.
My goodness.
So what happens is you try and dodge out of the way of this, and unfortunately you manage to get yourself out from behind cover in order to dodge that. You take 7 points of damage, and that is going to be reduced by 2 from your greatcoat. Then, second person is going to shoot at you, Octavia. That is a miss. Third, or fire at... We'll get Octavia out of the way here. Fucking hell. That's a miss as well. This is one of the upsides to playing with a DM who tends to roll high, guys, is these percentile-based games. It's like playing in easy mode. So then, Noros, we're firing on you. You've already used your dodge. Miss again. The third group, that one is going to hit. So that is 1 level. So again, that's 7 points of damage. But you have 4 points from your cover and I think 4 from your armor, right?
Yeah.
Let me make sure that there is no minimum damage. I don't remember if there is or not. Let me go. Here at damage, so on 224. Let's see. Here we go, mounting attack. No minimum damage. So, Noros, this the hallway is just filled with what do you call it? With gunfire. None of them. Well, there's a couple that managed to clip Octavia, but otherwise you somehow escape, otherwise unscathed. These guys do not seem to be any kind of tactical geniuses. Noros, you're up. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna try and fire at the one that has... Well, the ones that are advancing, I want to try and keep them back, so...
Okay. Those are the ones that are climbing up.
Yeah, the ones that are climbing up.
Okay. So, go ahead. I'll roll my dodge. So reduce your success level by 3.
Ooh, okay. I'm using my superiority, so that will cancel that out.
Okay. Nice. So 3 success levels. That's 9 points of damage. So
nice.
You fire up, and you just fired a single shot this time again, not a burst fire? Or did you fire
No, actually, you're right. I will shoot burst this time. That does make sense.
Okay.
On what's going on here.
So that is
diminish
then
my
10 points of damage. So there you go.
I guess I put the magazine down by 1, but then.
Oh yeah, just you'll have to sort of just keep track of that.
I'll just keep track of it because otherwise you lose sight of.
And you have another. I think it takes an action to reload. So you'll just need to That's really the only downside is you're gonna need to spend an action to get it back in. You're not on like combat patrol or anything like that. All right, so Noros is firing up. These guys are firing down at you. Noros, you're back behind cover still. Octavia, what are you doing?
I'll do the same again. I'll shoot at this guy.
Same guy?
Climbing.
Single shot, or are you bursting?
I'll burst on that.
Okay.
With that last pistol.
+1 success level.
Miss.
Oh, if it's the same guy, I can't dodge.
So that's.
Are you?
+1 success level on that.
Just -3.
By a mile anyway.
Okay. All right, so you Zorch up, and then you're going back to cover?
Yeah.
Okay. Then they're shouting something, but you cannot... It's some kind of like, gang slang or something for it. So the guy up top is going to find cover. He's only got 2 points of cover, but he's going to find cover as his move, and he's going to fire down at you again, Noros. That is a hit, but it's... Oh, sorry, did you want to dodge?
Yeah, I'll attempt to dodge this first shot.
Dodge 1? Okay, so go ahead and roll. I've only got us hit by 1. Okay, so you subtract whatever your reflexes roll is. He missed. Okay. Second group is on you, Noros. That is also a hit. And this time it is 3 levels of success. So you take 9 points of damage. I think it's 1 net.
1, yeah.
Second group is doing the same thing. They succeed by 1, which means that is 7 points of damage. Doesn't get through your cover or an armor. Octavia, they're going to fire at you. Would you like to dodge?
Yeah, I'll try and dodge.
Go ahead. I actually missed, so the dodge is successful. Second, just go ahead and roll your reflexes, or just because roll 20 would have the sense of humor to try and make you fail a second time. No! Success! Oh, sorry, wrong thing again. All right, so failure, but not a crit failure. All right, so the next one I did hit, this time with 3, so that's 9, subtracting 6 for the cover in your great coat. You take 3 more damage, Octavia. And then I have 2 firing down. That's a miss. And miss as well. All right, so then they are still firing down at you guys. You can see that the ones who are firing on top, they are now at short range. They're sort of scampering along the top, trying to flank you guys from behind. Firing as they go. So that was them. Noros, you're up again. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot again. Guy climbing up.
Okay. The same guy who was injured?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I? No, I'll shoot at someone new.
Okay.
Actually, and I'm using my burst again.
Okay. Because of where they're walking, I'm going to give them a disadvantage on their dodge. It's succeeded by 1. Ugh.
Ooh,
did you
1.
burst? Did you say you bursted though?
I did, yeah.
So that's plus 1 more. So that'd be 20. So you actually get 1 success level. That is, it's exactly at 7 points of damage. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Wrong way. Wrong way. There we go. Okay. What I can tell you right now, mechanically speaking, because of the resolve of these guys, your superiority will go up by 1 when you drop 1 more of these guys.
Oh, interesting.
Octavia?
Yep, so I will shoot the one that was at the top, and I'll do a burst again.
Okay. So a plus 1 to your success level. Are you putting your superiority in this time?
No. I need that to dodge, so. Okay, so that hit him for 8, 9.
Okay. So then the... sorry, what was the 9? Oh, for the burst, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So 9 points of damage. That is... Look at this. One off. Okay. Their turn. They are... That one that you hit, Octavia, is... going to take cover, and then he is going to fire down at you. Would you like to dodge?
Yep.
Go right ahead. I actually missed. And the second does hit. Wait, no, it's a miss. Third, Octavia, that is a hit. For Octavia, that is another 2, 8, minus 6. Another 2 points of damage, Octavia. Noros, you want to dodge this first one?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That is 2 levels of success. These ones who are behind cover 2, they have given up and they're moving up to be short range from you guys. They're all closing in.
Oh.
Okay, so and that is, what did I say, 1 level? 2 levels of success. 1 level of success. 7 points of damage again. Fortunately, your cover is protecting you, which might be
Thank
why
goodness.
they're closing. The next one, as Jack Dice, is a hit. It's 9 points of damage. So you'll take 1, and then the final one is going to rush up to being short range and take cover. So they're all in the same zone as you now, guys. They're all within about 10 meters of you. He had to take cover and move, so he's done. Noros, what are you doing? These night bleeders are getting in very close.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire at one with burst. The ones that are closing.
If I may make a suggestion,
Yeah.
your combat shotgun has the spread ability.
Oh, are they close enough now?
Definitely. The ones I clustered together, they're probably close enough, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was waiting for them to be close. Yeah, okay, perfect.
And ditto for, you can choose to fire your auto pistol in spread or in rapid fire. So if you wanted to try and focus on some folks too, Octavia, you could do that.
Yeah, now that they're close here.
Okay,
so
that's right.
Here comes the shotgun.
So
Use
it would
my
be, if you just
superiority.
drop yours, yank out the shotgun, that's your kind of move action.
Yeah.
Because I don't think riding a
Well,
weapon...
I can technically move, quote unquote, because I can, like, dive back to cover for free
Oh, yeah.
with my special thing.
I'm just wondering what... Yeah, reloading is an action. I don't think riding a weapon is. I don't... Oh, use object or feature. Let me see what that is in the rulebook. Let's see if it takes an action to get ready. 207. Okay, here we go. Drawing a weapon. Oh, most of the time you don't need to use an action to interact with an object, like drawing your weapon, taking something out of your pack, flipping a switch. However, something that requires more time and more complex, such as activating a zone feature, will. So yeah, you can get your weapon out for free.
Nice.
Awesome. So you drop that, shotgun comes out, and what would you like to do?
Oh, I rolled.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and they were going to dodge.
Yeah. A shot.
Failed.
4 success levels and 10 damage.
Okay. And I'm just going to double. I've already forgotten what spread does. So I'm going to quickly check that. Here we go. They have to make a challenging reflexes dodge check or take half the damage from the attack. Amazing. All right, so that is 10 points of damage with the one. This. And the other guy, he succeeds, actually. So he does not take the half damage. And then I guess you're going back for cover. You could move too. Like if you guys wanted to move back, you're not engaged right now. So if you wanted to keep a running distance, but Noros, you running back, you would be able to die for cover by going one zone away from these guys. Octavia would have to spend her whole action running and then diving for cover once again.
Okay.
So just you would be aware of that. So whether you want to leave her behind or stay.
I mean, I don't think I'd leave her behind. So.
Okay. Octavia, what are you doing?
I guess I'll just have to shoot the guy I did last time, just try and finish him off.
Okay.
So let's just go for that.
Oh, he gets a dodge. That is 1 level success. Nice shot, Octavia, though. So that is 8 points of damage. Guys, your superiority is 4.
Ooh.
So then, these guys, the one on top, Noros, is going to fire down at you. Would you like to dodge?
Yes, I would love to dodge.
Go right ahead. Ooh, I got a critical hit.
Oh no.
Oh,
I got a maximum failure.
that is okay. It does not affect their shot. All right, so first, let's see here.
I should have tried distracting them.
Success levels counted as normal, so that is 8 points of damage, which your cover will protect. But it would hit you in the one. Let's see. One is in the head. Okay, and let's see here. Critical hit. After dealing damage, make a severity roll. Give us a 1d10 roll, please.
1d10?
Yeah.
3.
3, okay. And consult the critical wound table. All right. There's the mutation and malignancy tables. Critical wound table 356. Okay, it's right at the back of the book. Head critical. You suffer a laceration to the cheek, and you are bleeding. So he shot you down, and a bullet managed to graze. There's where you got that scar from, Noros.
Yeah. And how much damage? Sorry, how many points of damage?
You took actually none. It's just the crit.
Oh, it's just the crit. Okay.
Yeah. And then what you get is it's a routine Medicaid test to stop the bleeding, or it'll naturally close after 1 hour. And then the condition for bleeding is. Here we go. 1 damage at the end of your turn, ignoring armor. So it'll be Medicaid plus 20, a routine, to stop that bleeding. You can do that as an action to yourself.
Okay.
All right. Then we got 2 others shooting at you. They hit, but it doesn't get through your armor or the cover. That misses altogether. Octavia, would you like to dodge?
I will, and can I also hurl some abuse to distract one of the guys?
Yes, you can, which would take away the advantage.
I will roll. Yep.
Okay. So hold on.
That's what I'll do with the first guy, and then I'll try and dodge the second.
Okay. That sounds awesome. All right, so the first roll, I missed altogether, and the second roll, you're going to dodge?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and give us your dodge roll. I actually failed altogether.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so they are blazing away. They seem to be laughing like crazy. And you can't understand what they're... Well, give us a lore check, guys. And we'll make this challenging to try and parse out what it is. Or logic. Lore or logic, whichever is your preference. To parse out what it is they're actually saying to each other. And challenging once again.
No, actually succeed with 3 degrees of success.
They're about to charge with melee, Octavia. And remember the being outnumbered thing? Granting advantage? That's what will happen with all these. Fortunately, you can't get more advantage. So once they've got it, they've got it. But that does seem to be their plan. Noros, what are you doing?
It's probably time to run.
I will tell you mechanically, you drop 1 more, and your superiority is higher than their resolve.
Well, and it's at 4 right now. I'm gonna fire the shotgun here one more time, right at this crew, and use all my superiority and try to knock them for a loop.
You got it.
Come on, good roll. Was that a crit? If the dice are the
that
same,
is a crit with a success. Yeah. So that hits, the location is a 3. Well, first off, 9 points of damage is enough to, because you calculate damage otherwise, another one of them is down. I will make the save for the other guy, and if he survives, if he is hit, we'll apply the crit to him. That 53 isn't doing him any favors, so he takes 4 points of damage. And the crit will be to the 3, which it says on your hit location, right? To the body. Awesome. Go ahead and give us a 1d10 roll again, Jeff.
4.
Gut shot. How does that feel? You're administering gut punch.
Oh, nice.
They are knocked. They're bleeding and they're knocked prone. Also, your combat shotgun, it has the inflict prone thing, which we forgot about. So you leap up from behind cover, fire at these guys. Both of them are knocked to the ground because they both took damage this time. And this guy is bleeding as well. Where's our bleeding symbol? And here's the other thing. Because your superiority is now a 5, they're getting the fuck out of here on their turn. You can tell that they're like, ah! Octavia, what are you doing?
I guess I'll switch to my auto pistol.
Okay.
That's okay. And then I will unload that into the guy who's down.
Okay. I think, hold on, you might, because he was not prone, you might suffer a disadvantage on the attack. But let's see.
Well, I'll pick someone that I'm not going to get disadvantage on then.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: is that with the auto pistol, you get the either you roll advantage. You would just roll normally because you would get advantage from the attack roll, and then you'd get disadvantage from him being prone. You roll normally, or you can shoot spread like what the shotgun does. You pick your choice of rapid fire, which is a roll with advantage plus 3 damage.
Yeah, because the spread doesn't do too much, so.
Yeah, not for the auto pistol. I think it's got like 6 damage as a starting point, as opposed to.
Yeah, so you're going to scratch people if you.
So with, and these guys are wearing heavy leather, so there is, but. So which one do you want to target? The one on the ground, or there's the one overwatching to the left as well, who's injured?
I'll do the overwatch.
Okay.
So then that would be with advantage then with him.
Exactly. Yep. If you're firing at him.
Superiority of
4. And I failed my dodge. Nice! Holy shit. Okay, so that is...
And that would be another 3 on top of that.
Yes, for the rapid fire. Yep, so that is 13. What does it look like as you unload the clip into this guy and he falls down?
Oh yeah, I'll do a whole sewing pattern up his chest, and that's it of that.
Nice. So between that, on their turn, guys, does it surprise you that they have retreated to long range? Well, let me rephrase it. These guys have... Oh, you take 1 more point of damage, too, at the end of your turn, Noros, from bleeding.
Oh, right, yeah, that's right.
The guy on the ground is bleeding. He will have to get up from prone, and then he will scramble away. So he is medium distance away from you guys. Everybody else is a long distance away from you right now. That is all they are doing. Noros. Oh, and he takes 1 more point of damage. Because he's bleeding too.
Right.
Do you want to fire, or do you want to...
Yeah, let's fire.
Shack.
Okay.
I failed my dodge.
And is our superior at 5 now? Is that correct?
Your superiority is at 5 right now.
Yeah, let's keep pushing the advantage here.
Oh.
Wow.
So his hit location head, his head explodes.
Oh, I wanted to do it as well. So I hit him with 9 degrees of success.
Nice. Just 1, so that is 12. And that doesn't... Did you fire a burst as well to do +1 success level, which would do +1 damage and kill him? Yep. I assume that's what you did, right?
Oh, yeah.
So another one goes down as they are retreating. And then it is their turn. They are able to fully retreat back into the hive. So with that, the streets are empty somewhere in the shadow quarters, and you look at one another. Now, Octavia, while you do not know Medicaid, Noros does.
That's right.
So Noros could give us a... First off, Noros, why don't you give us... First take 1 more point of damage, then give yourself... Make a routine Medicaid check, Noros, to stop your bleeding.
Oh, oops, that went the wrong way.
If you wish to make one use of your...
yes, my kit.
Yeah, so it'll be down to 3 uses left. Grant +1 success level. So it's a routine Medicaid check with +1 success level. You'll heal your intelligence bonus plus whatever your success levels are. Your intelligence is a 2. All right, so you stop. Well, actually, you're not going to heal that. This is, for now, you heal yourself, so you're not bleeding any longer.
Oh, perfect.
Now, would you like to treat Lady Octavia?
Yes, for sure.
Lady Octavia, do you consent to treatment?
Indeed. No, I was completely wrecked.
He will just need you to fill out this form. And no, so you're going to roll the same thing, a routine with +1 success level, and then we're going to add that to your intelligence bonus.
Oh,
do you want to re-roll that with your
my last point?
fate
yes.
point? Okay.
I would like to not kill. Okay, 13. Oh my goodness! It's
thing is,
better, but it's
better, and you get a
not as
net
bad.
of +1 because your intelligence bonus is 2, and you get +1 from the Medicaid kit. So you're going to heal 1 point back, Octavia.
Thank you.
Okay. Then, what happens next, guys?
I guess we limp onto the bar.
Yeah, limp into the bar.
Do you wish to do anything with these guys, or are you just leaving their bodies where they are?
Shoot them again.
Well, we could loot them. I don't know that I mean, it's not like we want to clear them. It's not about clearing them away. I think it's more about, do we want to see if they have anything on them?
Well, who shot first as well?
I think we might have.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
No, my point being is that
think?
there may be something to be learned from them then. Because if they didn't start opening fire on you and were responding, they did seem to come pretty heavily armed, but there's few gangs in Footfall who would not be traveling heavily armed.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I guess we could frisk a couple to see if there's anything interesting on them.
why don't you give us a... Let me check the phrasing of one skill. They got an interesting skill called Logic in here, which I think is what's used for investigation. Yeah. So why don't you give us one of you guys choose one of you guys, roll Logic with advantage.
Okay.
Who's feeling lucky?
Logic 29, so...
I've got, I think, Logic 38.
Yeah, probably you.
With advantage, okay. Challenging.
Here, no, routine. It's only challenging as a default of its thing. So that's actually...
I still fail.
Would you still fail? Well, 39.
It's 59 against... it would be
I guess
58.
a 58. Shit. So you're looking through this stuff, and unfortunately, I mean, if there is evidence, it has been zorched up by the laser fire or blown away by the shotgun or, chewed up by the auto pistol. So there's just not really anything of beyond just that these guys do seem to be part of that Nightbleeders gang. But other than that, there's not really additional information to be gathered other than what you knew, Octavia. The Nightbleeders are a kind of like vassal gang, as it were, to the Black Brotherhood. So why would the Black Brotherhood want to have such a forceful presence following you guys around in the Shadow Quarter?
Right, it is a little odd that they're already on to us when, it's not like we've started anything yet.
Yep. It is a bit...
No.
How did they get onto us so quick?
Yeah. And what do we do about it?
I think we should still go to Jerry and see... Well, either we go back to recover some, or we...
Right.
Because it may be a bit odd turning up in a bar we're heavily wounded.
Fair.
I mean, you wouldn't be the first to show up at the Adeptus, the Masochist, looking a little worse for wear.
Right. Okay.
I mean, your coat's seen better days, I think, Octavia, but you certainly would not be turned away for service.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, let's limp on there. I think we'll have a day off tomorrow. But
Okay.
let's go see her then.
All right. So you make your way to the Adeptus Masochus. Icarus is definitely grabbing his head. Any special precautions you're taking as you're coming into the Adeptus?
Oh, what do you think? I don't know.
So you may remember when you're making your way towards her, this is that converted ship that's been like appended onto one of the rocks that makes up Footfall. So you're making your way through the docks, and there's different levels in here that have been opened up over the decades and centuries. This place has been converted. It's a big open area you're going into. Music is playing. The sound of the crowd are there. There's a variety of people with a variety of levels of intoxication, with a variety of different substances, human created and Xenos alike. Are you just trying to look as badass as you can, Noros?
Yeah,
I mean, Octavia is also pretty scary too. You have a respectable intimidation score.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Look tough and... I don't know, what do you think? That seems the smartest to me.
Yeah. I think that's, yeah. I agree.
Okay. So, you make your way in, and it may not surprise you to learn that you find Jerry once again at the one of the tables dedicated for gambling. Once again, there is a fairly respectable pile of thrones in front of her, and a very downcast crowd around her. When she sees you guys, and you can see there's a bit of a glint in her cybernetic eye, she says once again, "Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to need to sit the next couple of hands out." And there's, again, the mix of like, "Oh," and like, "Oh, thank God," from the people who were there. She takes her thrones, she instructs one of her minions to do something with it, and she comes over to join you. She looks you up and down. You have a rough time getting here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
What was the name of the gang you mentioned, Kev?
The Night Bleeders.
Yeah.
I'll put it in chat.
Little run-in with the Night Leaders.
Bleeders.
Oh, sorry, Bleeders.
Yeah, that's why they have like tattoos of blood coming underneath their throats.
Oh, yes. Little run-in with the Night Bleeders. We were assuming that they were sent by the... Oh, now I don't know the name of the other gang. Yeah.
There's
the
Black
Black Brotherhood.
Lime.
Yeah, Lime. Totally. The Black Brotherhood.
The Black.
Yes.
Huh.
Not sure why they're onto us.
They seem to have the Black Brotherhood seem to be embroiled with this cult.
You said that this cult, that they somehow got themselves out to the monastery.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, they had to have hired some kind of vessel to get in and out of here. And the Brotherhood has a lot of say in that because the Brotherhood answers to the Kazbalika. Whew. So, I gotta tell you, Octavia, you and I, we don't know each other well yet. But I'm not the kind of person who would sell out someone else in order to get myself ahead. And I certainly wouldn't sell someone else out to get ahead with Vladame Takara. I know Takara has an interest in the Quare dynasty. And I got this... I could be wrong, but I got the sense that he wanted to meet with you because he wanted to be friends with you. And he wanted to get to know your family.
Huh.
Now, again, I could be wrong, but I've got a pretty good read on people.
Tremendous. That sounds to be the root. Then, these nefarious dealings, it's normal to be involved in less legal matters, but dealing with cults is that step too far.
Well, it's not. Don't get me wrong. I think that if there was a profit in it and it wouldn't cause him too much trouble, Vladame would sell. He'd sell his mother to Slanesh. But I mentioned that he wants to meet your family, and he's interested in that because that seems to be what he wants most. The Brotherhood tend not to do anything without his say. Although, from what I hear, Kalinicus doesn't listen terribly well. At least as far as restraint is concerned. And you think these Nightbleeders work for the Black Brotherhood?
I believe so.
So it's worth considering that both of those things could be true. That the Black Brotherhood wants you dead, and that Vladame wants to be your friend.
Interesting. Maybe there's some disagreement within the ranks of the Brotherhood.
I think there is, and if his reputation precedes him, Vladame would know about that too. Something to consider when you're deciding how best to play your meeting with Vladame.
Mm-hmm.
There may be an opportunity here not only to advantage yourself and your family, but also to show something to Vladame. If you're going to deal with him, he is a... What's the old saying? Game respects game.
Right.
So think through. If his Brotherhood wants you dead, how can you advantage it to his benefit and get what you need?
Indeed.
Now, hold on. You two both look like hell. And she calls something over. She says something to one of the waiters. They kind of give a look, and he looks over at the two of you, like, are you sure? And she's like, just bring it over. And she says, a little old Blitz family treat for you. Something to, well, get the sail back in, or the wind back in your sails. What are you planning to ask of Vladame?
I don't know, Octavia.
Yeah, me neither, honestly.
Assistance in dealing with this threat, I suppose.
And what are you willing
I
to
guess that we
part
can
with?
start with why is the Black Brotherhood showing such an interest in the Aquari family? That's obviously not our end game, but it's an intro.
Jerry sits back and says, tell me what happened leading up to this attack. How did you run afoul of the Black Brotherhood?
Oh, we managed to locate one of the cultists.
Okay.
And we took him down. And then we got on the...
You took down one of the cultists. That's a lucky spot. Where'd you find him? Or her? Or it?
Over in the docks, Dock Alpha Row. We managed to track him down there. It was a struggle, but we took him down. And then we were... I made a quick hire of a maintenance crew there who actually happened to know of these cultists who had been messing around in the dock area, and they said that they appeared to have the protection of the Black Brotherhood. So we were just heading to see you when it all went south.
So the Black Brotherhood was watching out for these cultists. That's interesting. The Black Brotherhood doesn't do things halfway. If it's as you say, and they were watching out for these folks, if you hurt them, it's not a surprise they'd come back and try and hurt you.
That would make sense.
But protecting a Xenos cult? That's, even for the Black Brotherhood. To be honest, it seems too organized.
A high risk and what reward? Obviously, if where we are in footfall, that will pass for a time, but as we discussed, if the Imperium got to hear of this...
You said the gang. It wasn't the Black Brotherhood that came at you. It was the Nightbleeders.
That's right.
Why didn't the Black Brotherhood come at you directly? Those psychopaths aren't shy against using overwhelming force. I hear that Kalinicus himself will bring a power hammer out and use it in inventive ways.
Well, maybe they want to still keep their connections hidden and not come. As we say, if it's messing with Xenos cults, then even for a street gang, discretion is the better part of valor.
Now that is even more interesting. Because if they've got something to hide, oof, you may have a heck of a bargaining chip here, Octavia. Do you mind asking for something from me, from Vladame, when you're seeing him? Oh, here it is here. And she sets, the waiter sets down 2 shot glasses in front of you that are just roiling and steaming over. And she says, don't smell it. Yeah, if you best can, don't taste it either. But I guarantee it'll help.
Drink it. I'm not afraid. I trust her.
Slug it back. Why don't you give us a fortitude check at routine, Noros. Fortitude. Yeah, skill. Yeah.
Sorry, at what?
Routine, please.
Routine. Come on, roll 20.
So you, all you do is just you get a bad cough out of it, which is something for Noros. But you can also heal 3 wounds.
Ooh. Hey.
So what do you say, Noros, after you catch your breath again?
Yeah. Oh, that is rough.
And
and effective.
yeah, she says, but
Yes, fair enough. Effective.
Octavia, and she gestures to
I'll give it a go.
Go ahead and give us a routine fortitude check. Nice. So Octavia takes it down without any. You can choose to make a face if you like.
Critical success.
Oh, it is. Yeah. You know what? Why don't we add another 1 onto that? So give it 4 wounds you heal.
Nice.
And what do we see as Octavia takes this vile shot down?
Not your best, Amasek, Jerry, but not bad, not bad.
She laughs and says, "We'll try for when you come in here bleeding next time." Well then, it seems like you've got an interesting day. When would you like to meet with Vladane?
Tomorrow evening?
Take some time to recover?
Yes.
Indeed.
And to plan.
She looks at Octavia. I see where you keep this one around.
Well, he's prettier than the other one.
I'm sure he has his talents as well. Then, I'll make arrangements with Vladane, and I'll tell him when you wish to meet. I'm certain he will make the accommodations work. Now, can you... And she looks over you, I guess, Noros. Can you see her safely back to your stronghold?
I believe so.
It might be best to lay low. If whatever it is that the Black Brotherhood have done, if they really want to keep things hidden, they may go more desperate next time. And
yes,
I wouldn't wish them directly on anybody. Now, I know a couple guys, but not you.
Fair enough.
Then, I'll wish you luck getting back. And I'll make the arrangements. Anything else you guys wish to do while here? Excuse me. It's very rude of me.
I mean, honestly, probably have a few drinks. This has been quite the day.
Yeah, she'll give you, like, if you guys are just going to tell you, stick around for a couple of drinks, she'll leave so you guys can have some privacy and discuss amongst yourselves.
Yeah, that's good.
So, Noros, I guess we spend tomorrow patching ourselves up, and then we've got to figure out what to do with this crime lord.
Yes, it's a strange situation for sure. Do we have something to offer?
Well, Jerry seems to think that this schism is a big piece of information for him, but I guess we have to tease our way in because it's not obvious to me what is going on here.
One of the things you will mechanically be able to rely on is her introduction will provide you +1 temporary influence.
Oh. I mean...
So you guys are going to have +1 success levels to your social skills with him for this meeting.
Not bad. Yes. Well, and if he's looking to, potentially get out of the Black Brotherhood, we could offer him a position with us. How would you feel?
So the Casbolica is think of more like the Casbolica would be like the, I don't know, they would be more the, like, behind the scenes. Imagine a corrupt, Shadow, again, I'm back to Shadowrun again. A Shadowrun-esque corporation would be the Casbolica, like an organization that does awful shit and whatnot. The Black Brotherhood is one of the thug gangs that does their bidding, need be here. But the Casbolica has a greater reach across all of the Coronis Expanse. And through into the Calixus sector on the far side of the Maw. The Black Brotherhood just happens to be one of the scariest, gangs here, and they answer to the Casbolica. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, for instance, you have the +1 temporary. Technically, it's not with Vladaeum. It would be +1 influence with the Casbolica, because he is effectively that. You also have -1 for the first time, guys, with the Black Brotherhood. So congratulations on making your first enemy.
Yes. We're okay with that one.
Yeah? I'm trying to think.
So.
You also have +1 with House Blitz, +1 with the Astral Knives, and +1 with the Twilight Swords. The Astral Knives are the assassins, or the cultist murderers. The Twilight Swords are that band of Eldar Corsairs that seem to have helped Ignatius for some reason.
Well,
and let's finish our drinks, go and have a good rest, and get dressed up to meet this Casbolica.
yes.
Gent.
So, for the trip back, would you guys? I'm assuming you're going to be max, incognito mode here this time.
Yep.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Are you actually going so far as to try and disguise yourself? There will definitely be drunks you can take jackets or hats or whatever else you want off of in the bar to be able to do so.
Yeah, why don't we do that, actually? And try to actually create some kind of a disguise.
And where would you be heading? Back to the atrium or back to your warehouse hideout?
Probably to our main place,
the
the
atrium,
atrium.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're gonna rest up and, heal and discuss, private business, it seems a little more secure.
Okay. So then first, once you give us, making your way through the Shadow Quarter is going to be the most difficult place, but it's also a lot of people and a lot of places to hide. So whoever wants to give us a stealth roll with advantage, because you're working together, at easy.
Okay.
So who's best on that? You? What's yours?
I'm stealth of 40. And you're 41, right?
But yeah, I'm 39, so you're still.
Oh, you're
better.
39. Okay. All right, here we go.
So with advantage at easy.
Easy. Planning ahead. Oh, one more thing. Oh, thank goodness for advantage.
Oh my god, yeah,
God.
holy shit.
Yeah, freaking roll 20.
So, but with 6 levels of success, that is astounding success. I think what you even find is more members of the Night Bleeders who are seemingly spread out throughout the the Shadow Quarters who are searching for you guys. They don't come close to catching you, but you definitely know that they are like, it's not even like they're following along. There are people who are actively conducting searches right now. Do you wish to do anything with that? With that good of a roll, you can choose to try and do something, or you can choose to
I don't know.
Completely ignore them.
Yeah, what do you think? Do we risk?
You can picture that, like, there's maybe one time when you guys are walking along and who has the higher awareness? 40, 41. Octavia, you maybe hear this, again, like more gibberish, and then like, Aquare, and that definitely catches your attention. And you look over and see that a member of the Nightbleeders is like shaking down some stall operator in one of the bazaars that makes up the Shadow Quarter, and is holding up like a hollow pict of you. And then he kind of hits it, and then comes up with Noros, hits it, comes up with Icarus, comes up with the other character's name. I can't remember.
That probably broke it at that point.
Yeah, Zarkov. So they seem to know your names. They seem to know who you're out here. And the guy's like, doesn't know. I don't know why he speaks like a Star Wars alien, but so again, you can choose with a roll that good. This goes how you want it to go. You can ignore them altogether and escape here, get yourself back to the atrium. You can choose to take some steps to try and...
Well, I mean, what are we going to find if we grab one and interrogate him? These are pretty much low-level scum, so we're probably not going to learn much other than they're looking for us.
Right.
Which we kind of know.
Yeah, so I think it's just time to
get home
get
safely,
out of there very carefully. Yeah.
Okay. Then, as a reminder, when you are returning back to the atrium, this is the sort of grandeur that you are passing into once again. So I'm assuming you're discarding some of your disguises and such before you make your way back to the actual Aquare household. As you guys come in, what are you doing for the rest of the evening?
Bleeding?
Well, I'm not bleeding anymore.
No.
Not too badly anyway. I mean, I'd like to do at least maybe a mild bit of research.
What are you thinking? Like, one of the things you can also do, just to let you know, influence can also be used to call in favors. It's one of the cool things about the way the kind of fluctuating influence thing works. So things like at +1, they could expedite some standard procedures or share some pertinent information. +2, landing of certain equipment and personnel and your opinion is considered. At +3, procure most equipment that you can find or overlook some transgressions, so to prevent you from sliding back in the overall things. 4 is prize access to secrets and influential individuals. Your opinion is solicited from power players. Then at +5, reliable combat support and access to most resources. You are honored. Right now, and actually with that in mind, I think you are down to a minus... Well, you're at a -1. You were at a -1. You're probably at a -2 right now with the Black Brotherhood. So they're getting close to, on a situational basis, they may actively work against you, but it's not like the whole organization is yet.
Right.
And that -2, one of that is probably situational. I mention that only because, like, there may be ways of drawing on pertinent information from other allies as well, too. You've been making good use of House Blitz thus far. I mean, House Blitz is one, drunken gambler, but, better nothing. Still is a rogue trader.
Right, that's true.
And you have access to the Astral Knives and the and House of Quarry, and the what do you call it? The Twilight Swords.
So we could attempt to use them to change the influence.
You also have, for personal stuff, Octavia also has +1 with Rogue Trader Dynasties in general, and you have +1 influence with Astra Militarum, with the Imperial military.
Oh.
So likewise, other sources of information or contacts, potentially.
Would the Astra Militarum have any presence on this?
Not a presence, but there's probably a lot of vets like you.
Right, that they might have some knowledge, right? Exactly, okay.
I mean, you've heard that, Ignatius's personal physician, or at least his personal medic, is actually a member of the Krieg Corps, the Krieg Death Corps, who somehow owed a favor to things. So, like, you can find the Militarum in the strangest places. Life takes you in weird places, and the Coronis Expanse is certainly a weird place.
Right.
Like, I think that the way the intent, so from a mechanical perspective, the intent of that mechanic is not only to give you that little bit of extra mechanical boost to increase your success levels, it's also a way of sort of opening the door to the kind of like information gathering or role playing opportunities that you get in Shadowrun with your contacts. That's 3 mentions of Shadowrun today, guys. So come July, I think I need to start running it again. But,
okay, so right. I do think then it would make sense for me to try and draw on those contacts if those are the specific ones that I would know.
Yeah, so you have your personal ones, and then you have your sort of as
yeah, I'm
the
going to go with my
agents.
personal ones at this point to try and, like, you know, because we're kind of talking about, like, not quite 24 hours, but like 16 hours of time or whatever before we're going to meet with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what are you thinking of looking into?
Sorry, so what was the name of his organization, the one above the Black Brotherhood?
The Casbalica.
Casbalica. Just about them. Yeah, Casbalica.
Okay.
I just want more information on them.
Sure.
They're not something that my character knows a lot about right now, and so...
Okay. So the way that the other thing is, the way that the type of contact you're contacting will dictate the person you're calling in, the type of information you would gain, right? Like, it would be what a military person might know about this thing, as opposed to what a underworld person might know, or what a whatever might know.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough. Like, yeah. I do realize that, like, yeah.
Hold on. Did I put the stuff for Cornelia Quarry down there? I mention only because if you bandy his name about, would it surprise you to learn that he's got some sketchy contacts?
No, that would not surprise me.
Again, Sean's ears, I assume, are burning right now. His mom is like, Sean, why are your ears red?
I guess I'm just imagining that, like, Octavia could do the negotiations with, like, the underworld people, or the sort of that side more than Noros would.
Yeah, and then the rapport that she's likely going to have with him is likely to be high.
Right.
I only I mention it only because to give you an idea of some of the other, like, non-tangible resources you have to draw on, and that's through your patron. So it's not only whatever contacts like you as your group of agents make, you also that evolve over time. It's also your patron has certain things you can draw on, and those can shift over time as well as his or their fortunes rise and fall. Now his was, I'm just going to read it here. Look, it's neat because, like, if your patron was someone who was like a Militarum, you may be able to, like, once per mission, borrow a number of Astra Militarum troopers equal to the number of characters in the party, and have them under your command for a day. Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
The patron mechanics are really neat and give you a really neat, different way of having different resources. And his contrabandist, yeah, +1 with infractionists, which is riffraff. So you guys also, through calling on your patron, through calling on Captain Lord Captain Cornelia Quare, you'll get a +1 influence with infractionists.
Oh. Cool.
AKA criminals. So,
yeah,
Noros,
right.
That's what you'd like to do is follow up about the Kazbalika?
Yeah, that's what he's interested in.
Okay. Octavia, anything you wish to do during that time?
I guess I might speak to dear Ignatius and find out what he knows that can inform me on Vladame.
Okay. So that may be him personally. All right. So then that might give you, I think will give you another +1 by sort of drawing on him as a resource. He's not your patron, but he's sort of your patron. So it would give another +1 with respect to Rogue Dynasty. So you'd be getting +2 in total between the two. Then tell me where you guys are staying too. What are your quarters like? Are you still staying in kind of the troop quarters, Noros, or are you going somewhere more?
Probably. I don't see that I've like upgraded myself greatly in the family. I'm still sort of like a gun for hire, so I don't think he would be seeing himself. Wouldn't take too much liberties with what's going on here as far as his station.
So as the day is winding down, am I right in thinking he just goes to like a place at where you would like look like a college dorm kind of, where there's like a standardized cupboard, where you would store your stuff, a lockbox for your weapons.
Yeah.
Single
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting yourself cleaned up or settled in, and maybe you vox one of your not like, if not an army buddy, someone you've met who's maybe otherwise part of the house, who may be able to give you some information.
Right. Maybe someone who's been around here a little longer.
Yeah, a fellow like ex-guardsman maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. And Octavia, what do your quarters look like?
I'm assuming they're not properly lived in. They're one of those recent corporate flats things. So it's all got very standard, generic furnishings. Not too shabby, but not too smart either.
Yeah. Has she done
Soulless.
anything to personalize the place, or has she thrown herself right into kind of her influencing since she got here?
Oh, influencing.
Yeah. So
but she's got a nice rack of armored greatcoats. So it's okay.
Yeah.
In multiple colors.
Okay. Sounds great. All right. So then with a full night's sleep, why don't we do this first? You guys will each recover your toughness bonus in wounds. So Noros, you recover 4 wounds. Octavia, you recover 3 wounds. And you each gain 100 XP for today's session.
I've already spent it, so there you go.
Nice. What'd you spend it on?
Well, it probably wasn't the right thing to spend it on. I should have spent it on some skills, but I spent it on the Air of Authority talent.
Oh, nice. What does that do?
You exude confidence and command. Your mere presence influential to many. The first time you meet a group, you make a challenging presence or sorry, I'm scrolling. Or rapport test. On a success, you gain +1 influence for that group until the end of the mission.
Incredible. Oh, that's totally fits for how you handle things with that crew too.
No, exactly. So I thought I'm probably better off buying 2 +5s somewhere else, but I thought that fitted.
That absolutely fits. Yeah. Awesome. So then, Noros, you will likewise. You guys can also top up your fate points because you'll be starting next session with a full amount And then for those listening at home, we will be back in 2 weeks' time to continue Lonely is the Hunter and see what information our agents collect in their preparations for the meeting with the head of the Kazbalika. And then we'll see how that goes. I mean, I know how much, guys, I'm going to, hate having to do a quasi-Russian accent for this character. But, for you guys, I'm willing to do it. So, I can't wait. So then for those listening at home, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time with the part 3 of Lonely is the Hunter. In the interim, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to this game, this campaign. Does the Rogue Trader game have or do we just have a 40K one? We might just have a 40K one, actually, now that I think of it. Or a Warhammer channel. Is that right, guys? Do we not have one for this campaign? I don't think so. Well,
not, not specific, I don't think.
We have one for Warhammer in general, and then we also have for all the Warhammer games that we run on the channel, as well as channels for most other campaigns we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other things like DM discussion and find a group and tabletop discussion. There's a really great community that has built up over the years over there, and you are more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games, and Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a terrific selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. They have, if they do not have something in stock in their extensive collection, you can put it on a want list, and they will send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserNight, all caps, all one word. That is listed in the description of the video down here, and you'll save yourself 10% on your purchase. If you make a purchase after June 30th, 2024, come back to one of our more recent videos. If you're listening to this at another time, come back to one of our more recent videos. We'll have the updated discount code for you there. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel, which benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. All donations through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. And as a small way of saying thank you, we had donors who have donated $25 or more since January 1st, 2024, vote on our recent Star Wars sessions. We had 2 really fun sessions last weekend, actually. And we will be having, starting in August, I guess, so our next session, we'll be kicking off our final half of the year of charity sessions, and the donors will be helping us shape those things by voting on what kind of game we're playing, what kind of characters we're playing, and so forth, just like we did last year with the Year of Ill Omens campaign. So it'll be a lot of fun and a lot of ways for us to say thank you to the generous donors. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart agents from today. I tried to kill you with like 14 or 10 adversaries, guys, and just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get the job done with them. Next time, I'm sending in fucking Space Marines.
Yeah, so. Probably.
Then we'll be back. So thank you, James and Jeffrey. Thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. I'm really enjoying running this game. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will be back on Footfall in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles our agents of House Aquare are uncovering as they're just trying to find a bunch of Xenos and exterminate them. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.